Well, so if I'm not mistaken, Jeff, you come back to the office and go, dude, somebody microwaved leftover shrimp.
Yeah.
And then they were eating it over the sink.
Yeah, no, in the kitchen, but yes, yeah, in that same area. I unfortunately used a microwave right after this person.
And you could probably taste shrimp.
I smell as soon as the microwave door opened, I could smell it. I might as well have eaten shrimp.
I may do salmon this week just for the hell of it.
Good.
Oh, boy.
Just for the halibut.
Just for the hell of it. I may bring a salmon because that's a nice-smelling fish, salmon.
Cut 2.
Guys, now that Plowboy and Jackson are finally working together, it's only a matter of time until they strike up an office romance. The real question is, who will be the bottom with these two fragile twinks? I could see that Mizzou, Illinois rivalry leading to rough butt play. Thanks. That's from the St. Charles Hermaphrodite.
Gosh. Sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't ever consider myself a top in any scenario.
Clip that off.
You're a bottom?
I mean, just with my figure. And I'm kind of...
But yet you're wielding a large hog.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty flexible, too, and I think that's an important part to be a bottom. Mm-hmm. I think the top really just... obviously you need to take control, but you're not...
Okay.
You're not needing to be as limber.
Oh.
I agree with all that.
Can gay guys trib?
Cut 3.
You don't have a name like me, like masturbator.
What was that?
That was perfect.
What just came out of your mouth?
Wasn't that his text name?
Harrison's brother, Master.
Oh, okay. Well, he's was it insinuated?
Insinuated.
Insinuated?
Okay, it's going to drop to a clip real quick. It's amazing that a 2-second clip.
But he's insinuating that it's masturbator.
Cut.
I'll leave it at the 4.
Anyway, number 3
Sorry.
will be...
He's got another hit at 8:05.
Will be Brazil.
He's on 101 with Randy Character.
Tim's still talking.
I apologize. I thought,
you crossed the line now.
Thank you, Iggy. Iggy's my muscle.
I have the mic drop number 2.
Oh, good. What do we have?
You have to go onto the 101 app.
Canada. Number 1, United States of America.
Yes. I mean, when Larry starts going with these countries, Doug, do not interrupt him.
Yeah, he's got to go now. He read those off while we were talking.
All right. What's the mic drop number?
You have to go onto you have to download the 101 app, and then
That's not happening.
It's an option to do it. You can send a mic drop.
What's happening, Larry?
He's had enough.
You're hanging up on us?
I'm still waiting on the number for the mic drop.
You have to download the app.
You have to download the app.
You have to download the app.
Okay.
Cut 5.
Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, we're good. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're fine here. You?
Hey, you guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you just fine. Mike! Mike! Well, I guess he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, there he is. What did you have to say to us today? Mike, anything else? Mike!
Hey, Doc.
Yeah!
Hey, Doc.
What?
When you in the hospital, did the nurse take a shower with you?
Did she do what?
The nurse took a shower with me when I was in the hospital, 2017.
She got
took a shower with me every day.
She actually got into the shower with you.
I like it, too.
Yeah, I bet you did. I bet you did.
Cut 6.
We actually did that interview. Let it run ever. And the girl, half sound asleep, couldn't have known who she was talking to, and you're just spitting advice.
Juju, baby.
Like some veteran agent.
Well, let me tell the listeners who just heard that maybe for the first time, a lot of editing in there. I mean, it wasn't a good interview, but there wasn't that much dead air.
You think Chris Ravy misrepresented what really happened?
Yes. No, it wasn't
Serious charge.
It wasn't a bad interview. It wasn't a good interview. But all he did was take my questions and and kept looping that in there. It only happened once. So there was a lot of editing.
Why were we interviewing her anyway?
Sometimes you hit and miss.
Well, who the hell was it?
That was Kai's friend. She's moved to California. I think she wants to get into porn.
And those were the cuts of the week.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. Featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com. The most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, the Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. This is our Munganast St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Oh, my God, Doug.
It should be a heck of an hour.
Thank you.
We have so much to talk. What do we have? Anything? We have lots to talk about, and that's exactly what we intend to do.
He's wearing the lumberjack thing. That gets people going. Every morning he does that.
Well, it's fall time is here.
Fall time is indeed
time to
here.
cut down some of the trees.
Michelob Ultra Studios get involved on the show. Really want to focus on the phone lines today if we can. Steve Schmidt, Kia North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. Get everybody's reaction to the Bears and Patriots and the Blues and the Jets, and also preview Missouri and South Carolina here, and also go through Missouri, Illinois, and St. Louis U basketball. Their front courts and their back courts. Yes.
Back.
The media in this town doesn't cover enough.
Well, they're soft.
Mizzou and SLU hoops.
You think?
I don't care.
Possibly not SLU hoops. How great would it be if SLU was really a dominant team, a top 20 team every year?
Nice.
They very well could be this year. They very well could be.
They could. I know they're not rated in the preseason polls, and I think they're disappointed in that because they think they're going to be really good.
I think that'd be fun to have a beginning of the season tournament with Illinois, Kansas, SLU, Mizzou. And pepper in a couple other Midwestern programs.
They would prefer to play teams that they know they can win. They're not interested in putting on an entertaining product. They're interested in getting a couple more W's against teams that have no chance to beat them.
Yeah, why would Mizzou want to start 0-3?
Yeah, they wouldn't.
Wow. I think you're coming after the basketball program, which means you're coming after Jackson.
Are you rooting for them to start 0-3?
No, I root for them to win.
Turn the corner.
Kind of like their coach.
I like their basketball coach. So there, we found common ground.
Okay.
What's the difference between Dennis Gates and Eli Drinkwitz?
I don't know, pedigree.
Well, Gates is at least 500.
They hadn't lost yet.
I don't think if he was going up against Missouri State and they won by 2, he'd be jumping on the court, jumping on players' backs, and pointing at the
just called
crowd.
Missouri State Vanderbilt.
Are they the Vanderbilt?
No.
They're the Vanderbilt of mid-Missouri.
Nice. Do you consider Springfield mid-Missouri?
No. Southwest Missouri.
I don't even know the structure of Missouri.
What do you mean? You don't know where the cities are?
Like where?
You don't know where the cities are in the state of Missouri?
I do not. I know what they're called.
Columbia, right in the middle, right smack in the middle.
That's what
Where do you think Kansas City is?
West.
Nice.
Well,
Look at this, Doug. Pepper and Jeannie kind of planting their stake.
I know that because I drive
Columbus
past,
and Magellan right here on our
I drive through it to go to Montana, so I assumed it was west.
I just know to get to Kansas City, go 70 west. So I just.
Look at that, Doug. Take that.
But is it in the middle of the state or on the?
No, Kansas City is closer to Arkansas.
But like,
Yep, that's correct.
What did you just say?
That's correct.
Look, all I know is if you're going to Springfield, there's 2 stops. You stop in Sullivan, say hi to Jay.
Yep.
Stop in Rolla, find a good strip club, and then on to Springfield.
now when you say good in Rolla,
Well, just a strip club. I'll leave it at that.
And Kansas City's not down there around Springfield?
No.
You just said it was by Arkansas.
Well, it's closer to Arkansas than St. Louis.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's
What kind
close.
of take is that?
It's north. It's northwest of St. Louis.
Well, I've only been in Kansas City like 5 times.
what was the take that Iggy wanted St. Louis to move
Yeah, by truck to the Gulf.
to the Gulf? Yeah, that's a take that I can get behind. Because this weather, Doug.
I suppose it's possible that you could move all the people somewhere else. I don't think you could physically move the land anywhere else.
Well, you move houses.
But there's probably 1 million houses in the state of
You could do
Missouri.
it. Take a while, but
Let's say you break the land of St. Louis apart. How many Army helicopters will it take to lift
This
that
would lift
land?
the land. And what would we leave behind? Just a hole?
Well, what do you got now?
More, I mean, plenty of room for refrigerators that will wash up from the Mississippi.
Oh,
But
A big difference in Florida. You move to Florida, you could be picking up seashells. Here, you're picking up gun shells.
Nice. So, Doug, if you ever move to like a location like Florida, Arizona, are you going to go to the Mississippi and get like a jar of the Mississippi River and
mud?
have that as like a memento?
I hadn't thought of it. Not till now, but I guess I probably should.
It's like the last game at a stadium where you take the grass.
Sure, yeah.
Get involved if you would like on the topic. Where is Kansas City?
Man.
636-9004-TMA. That's how you can call into the show. Steve Schmidt, Kia, North County phone lines, if you have the answer anyway. You can also text in Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5. And, of course, email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Kevin Miller with a 1-goal lead on Danny Tanner and the JV golf coach, 2-goal lead on Tunnels 12,000. Flocky the Smurf, Dr. Red Duke, and John all have wins in the month of October. We're heading down the stretch, Doug, and I've got us with only 5 more shows in the month of October.
Oh, okay. So those will be 5 key programs.
Yeah, these are important.
Important presentations.
So send your emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. It's the Mungan S. St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour, and you are welcome to be a friend of the Feather by texting in, calling in, or emailing in. Design Air was at my house last week, and they performed the furnace maintenance checkup. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, and also Design Air and Stratum Structural Systems receiving an incredible award because only a handful of businesses in the St. Louis area received it. It's the Better Business Bureau Torch Award for ethics and customer service. Both Stratum and Design Air received it, and hundreds of companies were nominated, but only 11 won. And it just so happens that, Doug, what would you say, 23% of our advertisers? No, that's not right. 23% of the winners were TMA advertisers.
Yeah, that's
Stratum,
great. And there's a couple others
Design Air.
that could have won probably had they entered.
That's right. I agree with you there. It's Stratum Structural Systems and Design Air Heating and Cooling. Design Air. Online at designairservice.com. That's where you can book your furnace check. And it's going to be warm today, but rainy. Rain throughout the day here. And, Doug, that will soften the greens if you're going to go out and attack them tomorrow. But I only got a high of 59 degrees, Iggy.
Oh.
But next week it looks wonderful. 70s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, beginning of next week, and then some rain moves in Wednesday. But, Doug, you want to go to your app again? Do you see those 70s still this week?
I'll go back. I saw 80 last weekend.
No,
I was told
we
it
were
would be
talking
no
yesterday, and I said low 60s, mid 60s all week.
I got 75, 74, 75.
Well, it does change.
Well, in a day, 10 degrees?
Sure. Well, I don't know that
You
it's
got
just
a
10
crap
degrees.
app.
I don't. I have an Apple app.
But yes.
I got 74 next Tuesday, 75 next
you said
Wednesday.
this week.
I read what was ever on the app.
All right, well, anyway, that just shows you the app is terrible. Listen to me.
The app isn't that bad. The app told me last week it'd be 80-something. You said we're never going to have 80s again, and indeed we did.
He's exhausted by you. He's had about enough.
Yeah, next week, back up in the 70s with some sun, and then rain moves
You
up.
know, technology and stuff.
Yeah, this week a little chilly.
Well, we need this rain desperately.
Yeah, it's out after today, sun out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sun will come out tomorrow. Some people need sun because some people are just bitter.
Uh-oh, here we go. What's the problem?
I'm going to read it, if you don't mind. I'm going to get it out of the way.
Uh-oh, what are
You're
we
going to read what?
Does anybody know what this is about?
No.
No,
Sounds like something on the fan page.
You going rogue, bro?
Sounds like something on the fan
And
page.
here he opens up the DM.
No, not the fan page. It was the my post yesterday. And it got a little bit of play on here as far as my post and what time I posted it.
What are we talking about now?
The sunrise picture I posted yesterday.
You sat here and you took a picture out the window. And
With
now
the
it's
reflection of a fire extinguisher.
become a big deal.
Well,
I'm so honored that I got to witness this.
Not on here, but people, I posted it. I can't
time kill music.
I can't, dictate when Instagram posts something. I took the picture like 7:01 and I posted it. But anyway, that's not why I'm doing this. Here are some of the comments on there, and it got quite a few likes, which makes me important. CPA, gorgeous. Jeremiah, this is my favorite photo ever. Great pic of a reflection. Beautiful. Haha. Just
Are
kidding.
you patting yourself on the back for your little picture?
No, somebody said payola because I think the Diamonds Direct building was in there.
This just had the natural beauty.
But this is my favorite from RL702.
Doug, RL702.
What is this, your Reddit account?
No, it's on my Instagram.
What's happening?
Terrible picture. Is there anything you aren't awful at?
How'd that make you feel?
Well, here's my response. I kind of feel bad for you if a picture of a sunrise upsets you. Sure, it's through a window and has reflection, but it's still a sunrise. Doesn't that make you a little happy?
What do you say?
Well, he's not going to respond, but
No.
why would you... Just a meaningless picture of a sunrise. Is there anything you're not awful at? Terrible picture. I mean, what the hell, man?
You
I
let
just
it
can't
get
win
under
on
your
this show. I
skin.
really
You let it bother you.
No, I just don't understand why people would go out of their way to do that.
Well, Brian Henson's taking responsibility. He says, yeah, those are mostly bots I made to bolster my fake YouTube channel. That's from Colts columnist Brian Henson. So there you go. That explains it.
Okay.
There's Brian Henson.
Yeah, so I just know why a sunrise picture would just upset somebody. It was meant to cheer people up.
RL702 didn't know he had it coming.
Yeah, well, good luck
Tired
to
of
you,
him.
buddy.
That dude's important.
Don't let these people bug you.
It didn't bug me. I just wanted to read that to say that
It
some
bugged
people...
you so much you stopped the show early on and said, I got to get to this.
Well, why don't we go back to where Kansas City's located?
I think
By
Mr.
Arkansas.
63011 would like to change his text name, Jackson, to RL702. Mr. 63011, who also says, Ken, there is an app on your phone, on your track phone, that has a map on it. I recommend you study up. You're constantly on your phone during the show anyway.
No, I'm
so
not
next
really.
time you're making up the weather during the show, check it out. It's pretty neato. That's from Mr. 6301, who's now going by RL702.
I met him. Where did we meet him? At the golf course?
Yeah, we
Where did
met him at
Mr.
Meadowbrook.
63011, also known as RL702.
Oh, yeah, he said he had a bunch of stuff for Gobble for me, and I forgot to get it.
Mr. 63011 takes more from
No, I forgot to get it.
Oh.
He said he had some stuff for me, and then I didn't see him after the round. That's my bad for not going to find him. So he's a wealthy man too. So
Is he?
It's probably some good stuff. You used to see the card he has.
What kind of car do you have?
It looked like a Mercedes. Oh. Well, he was flying through that course too. Anyway, that's how we met him. There we go.
It's the sads and the uglies who hate the sunrise. When the sun comes up, they can't hide. Keep posting sunrises, Leather. Doug, that's from Fuelsy.
Okay.
When I see a good one, I will. I posted one while I was driving, and it's no big deal. I'm driving, and I just hold my phone, take a picture. I'm not looking at the road.
No.
Yeah. Way to post a picture while you're driving in the Munganess car. Why don't you wreck it? They gave it to you for free. Why don't you pay attention? Oh, my
Blocking!
God almighty.
Guys, could you imagine having so little to do in your life that you stewed on an Instagram comment for 18 hours? That's the Crystal City Clam Hammer.
I didn't stew on anything. I saw it this morning. So I saw it at like 6:30, so I didn't stew on anything. I just wanted to call out a guy who obviously sunrises upset him.
Don't you think they do it just to try to upset you?
Well, it doesn't upset me. I just called him out.
I know, but that's why they do it. He doesn't care about the sunrise. He's just poking at you.
Well, how would that upset me?
I don't know, but that's what he's trying to do because it upsets you enough to bring it up here. And
No,
call him
I
out.
just wanted to let people know that there are some people out there that even pictures of sunrises will get them to say, "Are you any good at anything? You're awful at everything."
That's bullying.
No, it's just being a dick. There's a difference.
Can someone from Instagram please get back to me about why my account is deleted?
And that's probably him today after he's blocked.
Lord.
Doug, that was a friend of the show, Lana Rhodes.
Do you think that would be a typical response of some young folks if they had their Instagram account deleted? You think that would
Seriously having a panic attack.
My God. I forgot she cried like that.
You think there would be a lot of panic attacks? There's definitely a panic attack if you take the phone away from a teenager.
Is that right?
If you try to punish a teenager by taking his phone, all hell
Is
breaks
that
loose.
right?
Yeah.
What age did you get Greg Vaughn a phone?
Oh, I think he was about 12, maybe.
Well, is that the average
about
age,
it.
or is that older or younger?
It's
than
probably older now than the average.
Yeah.
I think they get them around 4th or 5th grade usually now, I think.
In high school, I shared a phone with my mom.
Oh, how'd that go?
You ever take pics of that hog?
No, no. At this point in time, you had to pay per text because we didn't have the texting plan.
Pay per text. How
And so,
much?
I think it was like 4 or 5 cents a text, so I never did. So my mom would get home at like 3:30 from work, and then when I got home from school, I would have the phone. But sometimes my out of high school drug dealers would call my mom while she was like at work.
Oh no!
Seeing what I was doing. Obviously, I don't have the phone. But yeah, so I didn't have to worry about having my phone taken or anything, which is nice.
That's weird that it wasn't that long ago, because I'm so, I don't know if it's I just wait forever to do things. Like I waited forever to get rid of Cable America when you have all these different streaming services you can get for less. I don't want to do it. I'm stuck in my ways. For the longest time, I did not get the unlimited data plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't need that. And then I would look at my phone. You have 1 gigabyte left. And it's like, oh, my God, I can't use the phone today because I'm almost out.
Oh, yeah, then it would slow way down.
And I still didn't go get it. I said, this is the first time this ever happened. I don't use it that much. Then I'd worry about watching stuff. I can't watch. It's going to take up too much space. I'm going to be out of room. And then I got the unlimited data for like $2 more.
Now you're happy.
Yeah, but it took me forever to do it because I'm set in my ways, I guess.
Yeah.
This is all so stupid. Change the goddamn subject. That's from Ray King. Doug, you remember him? He was a stout reliever.
I do.
2004,
Burger King.
2005
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Pretty good pitcher, though. Pretty good pitcher.
He always wore that shirt in the locker room with dry hole is a happy hole.
Boy, it's usually the opposite, actually.
I know.
Yeah, but I think it was some like
gasping for air.
He was always in a good mood, though. Always kind of a happy-go-lucky guy. Seemed to be, anyway.
I guess he promoted that company.
What, dry hole?
And it had something to do with
Sealing basement cracks.
something like that, yeah.
Guys, just for the record, you can't see him out there because it's dark right now, but little Tommy Tribbins is on his dirt bike, and he says, Iggy replied to RL 702 2 hours ago, also known as not 6:30 a.m. Captain Misinformation does it again. That's from little Tommy Tribbins.
Well, I wasn't up at 5 a.m., so I wouldn't have done it 2 hours ago.
Great story, Hot Dog Man. That's from Tervis Parish. Wow, sweet story, Ken. Can we interrupt the hijacking and get back to the idea that Plowsy's middle school drug dealers were texting his mom? That's from Brian Henson.
He was in high school.
The quarterback change in Indianapolis.
They didn't identify them every time they text you and say, hey, this is your drug dealer. They didn't do that, at least. So she maybe got texts and didn't realize who they were.
No, it was phone calls because we didn't have text.
Oh.
But yeah, it was in high school, so I was a sophomore. And this was at very early stages of cell phones.
Yeah.
I don't think the iPhone or any smartphone came out till 2007, 2008, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, you're talking Motorola's.
Motorola.
You're talking a flip phone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, it wasn't my middle school drug dealer. I was 16.
Yeah.
Mr. Licks is asking for us to play an audio clip he sent Jackson. Did Jackson get my audio clip last night? I'd like it played if you have time. That's from Mr. Licks. Doug, people are sending in clips and requesting that they're played like we're wedding DJs.
Oh, what? I guess we could.
Jackson.
Hey, was I just suspended by the morning after?
Well, probably.
Found some Gabe nuggets here.
Is that it?
Send me what?
Yeah, just save it for a balloon party.
I don't know what but I don't know where he sent it.
Yeah, don't
I just want to apologize to all the listeners who just listened to this entire segment and learned nothing.
Okay, sorry.
These are little good.
Yeah, I didn't. Lex, I didn't get it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at your spam and type in Licks.
There's like 8,000 ways you can reach me, and so I don't know which one he sent to.
An audio clip. This has got to be the worst audio clip ever. I already know it. I don't even know what it's about.
I'm cool with people sending me audio to play if it's good.
I sent you audio this morning.
You did. But you can't just, DM it to me on Venmo and expect
Mr.
me
Licks
to know
says
where
he
it
sent
came
it
from.
via the app.
Word.
Doug, you like that when Jackson said
No,
word?
I don't really like it.
We don't care.
It's kind of meaningless, isn't it? Just to say word?
I'll get it. I'll listen to it or download it or something.
Oh, it's like a mic drop. You can leave mic drops.
Oh,
on
it
the
is.
TNA
It
app.
is. It's a mic drop.
Nice. So Mr. Licks is like leaving mic drops now.
So he can call on his own time.
Okay.
From up close, just watching Coach Vance Joseph. From here, you watch him now on the screen.
It's good broadcast.
I saw that was like 6 years ago the other day. It was
Sergio Dip,
it was like
baby.
6 or 7 years ago.
Is he still
on
working?
Sunday.
I think he does HD2 radio in Tulsa.
He's
Play the
perfect.
clip of Danny Mac calling Jackson a dirty boy on Balloon Party.
I don't.
That's from the Hunchback of On Castle.
He did call me a dirty.
Why?
I don't have the.
We were
clip.
talking about somehow like me and Danny were gonna scrap with Tim and Curbs.
Yep. Yeah, Kerber went after Jackson last week, and I think he was kind of serious. Do you think he was serious?
A little bit.
For now.
So best wishes to Mr. Dotem.
For not watching the Blues. And then I can't recall why I was scolding Jackson on the 101 ESPN airwaves.
It all kind of runs together.
It's happened 100 times at this point, and it's really just to ingratiate myself to the audience because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And since they don't like Jackson's, he updated them on the Lakers starting 0-3 yesterday in Sports Center update, and that didn't play well.
Are there a lot of Laker fans that listen? Is that
No.
why? Or just they don't?
A lot of people really are into Darvin Ham.
This is the Darvin Ham era, Doug. It might not last long.
I honestly don't know who that is.
99%
Coach
of
the
the
Lake Show.
audience would
Did he
know
play
that.
at Texas Tech
I
in
don't know.
96?
I don't know.
Sounds right.
And they were a 3-seed in a tournament?
He's a coach.
Yeah, coach of the Lake Show.
Did LeBron okay that hire?
Yeah.
Probably so.
Oh, yeah.
Le GM.
Guys, Mr. Licks is the biggest loser who listens to this show, which is saying something. Get a life. Doug, that's from
Sniffenholes?
Sniffenhole.
Okay.
Well, he's not wrong.
Orson Woods Wacko, who's also an enemy of Mr. Licks, says, I have to go to Kansas City tomorrow. Do any of you know where it is or how to get there?
Down by Arkansas, I understand.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you on a map where Joplin is or any of that.
Just a little west of Springfield. You know where Springfield is? No.
It's in Missouri.
It is.
There you go.
But
Take
where
that,
in
Doug.
Missouri?
It's a W.
East.
No.
Right.
It used to be the
East
home
of where?
Here's a hint. It used to be the
St.
hostess.
Louis?
It used to be the hostess of a college called Southwest Missouri State University.
Yeah,
now
I know,
Missouri
like-
State.
Okay.
So where do you suppose it is?
So that would be in Branson.
Same area, yeah.
Where is Missouri State? Is that's Springfield?
Springfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I got lost one time going back from Kansas City, going to Springfield. I got lost and ended up in Joplin.
That'll happen.
Don't ask me how. I have no clue. I was driving and
So
driving
you
and
thought
driving.
you were on the verge of arriving in St. Louis, and then they say, welcome to Joplin.
No, Springfield. I was going home. I was living in Springfield, and I was in Kansas City. I was driving home, and I don't know if I wasn't paying attention, but I got on one highway and just kept going.
You went the wrong way on 44.
I was in Joplin.
You went west on 44.
So how the
you
hell
should have
am I
gone
in Joplin?
east. Well, I'm
That's
telling
way
you
the
now.
hell out of my way.
Yeah, because you went west on 44, southwest, instead of east.
It could be, but so I have been to Joplin.
Herb is back. You remember Herb, Doug? He wore 3 shades of brown. Maggie O'Brien.
Yeah.
There's
Dapper.
no way Ken waited until 6:30 to check his comments on that photo, putting my full bankroll on that. That's from Herb. He is betting his entire bankroll.
Well, you'll never prove it, so I don't know why you would bet.
Hey, Tim, you had a Lexi Thompson take on Monday that was out of this world good.
You remember what the take was?
I mean, Doug, we were flat out breaking down the LPGA, as I recall.
I don't think you've ever mentioned Lexi Thompson's name on the show.
Yeah, I remember the context. She had the yips at that tournament.
Oh, that's right. And I was watching it, which, again,
Missed
speaks
like 2
volumes
two-footers.
that I was watching that. Caller Ellen is on the Steve Schmidt Kia North County phone lines. Doug, one of the many females who calls
Okay.
into the show. Good morning, Caller Ellen.
Hello, Elsie.
Well, hey guys, how are you?
Oh, we're fine. You?
Pretty good. So I have what I hope is a quick question. So I am at home recovering from COVID. Super fun.
Sorry to hear that.
And I happened to be watching, or I had the Mizzou game on Saturday, and I was sort of at the height of my fever, and I happened to wake up and look, and I thought I saw a really fat guy kick a field goal.
Yeah.
For Mizzou. Is that right?
Yes, that's the thicker kicker.
Harrison Mevis.
God, he's a tank.
He's one of the best kickers in the country.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah. He was preseason second-team All-American, I think.
Yeah.
Gosh, I was like, I've got to be like blurred vision.
He looks like
He
Alex
was,
Karras.
New
I
Jersey
think.
barely.
George
Hey,
Papadopoulos? George Papadopoulos?
Yeah, he looks like a young Alex Karras.
Remember that? Do you remember what George Papadopoulos' wife's name was?
That Van.
No, she was in Porky's.
She's talking about the kicker, and we're already on Porky.
And then we switched to Webster and Emmanuel Lewis, and now we're talking about George Papadopoulos and Ma'am.
Yeah, but her name was Ma'am.
He just looks like a young
Doug.
Alex Karras.
No, but Harrison Mevis,
He wasn't a kicker, was he?
No, he wasn't.
he's
He was
quite
a
the kicker.
linebacker, I believe.
I think Webster was.
Right, but I'm
Who's
saying
Alex Karras'
Mizzou has
defensive
a large kicker who looks like he could be a lineman. So
Okay.
that was really my only question, which now that I reflect, I could have Googled.
I like the call. I hope you feel better, Ellen.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks, Darren. You're the only one, but that's very nice of you. to say.
Why wouldn't we want you to feel better?
Oh, no, not the feel better part, just that he's glad I called her. He said something about being glad I called, and I said he's the only one.
Well, we would have waited till the phone call was over and then wished you the best.
Nice, Iggy.
Well, thanks. And Darren, by the way, congratulations on that mile as a recovering runner. That is unbelievable.
I'm still stunned by it.
Yeah, no training. The stretching, I don't know if I actually stretched a muscle when I was quote-unquote stretching beforehand. A couple darts and was lucky enough
Yeah,
to have...
I saw a little of that video. I was like, I'm not sure the stretches he's doing is really going to aid with the running.
Oh, Jackson goes, you're not stretching anything right now. And I said, oh, okay.
Doug, what is the most... This show has had 3 remarkable accomplishments. Iggy involved with 2, Plowhawk involved with 2, all of us involved with 1. Plowhawk running the 7-minute mile, beating the 8-minute mile barrier. Iggy, 9 of 10.
Impressive.
Chips. Doug, you call them chips or pitches?
Chips usually for me.
And then us beating Chris Nagel and firing 7 under through 10 holes and winning. Iggy, would that be 6 and 5? 7 and 6?
7 and 6.
7 and 6. What is the most stunning of the accomplishments?
Well, 5 against 1, that's not that stunning. And a short little easy chip from about 20 yards out, that's not that stunning. But to run like that, to run like that without ever warming up or training for it, that's something most of us could not
on
do.
the front end of it, I can take myself back to those 3 things proposed. Which one would have shocked me the most? I think the score we shot against Nagel is the most stunning, actually. But if you just say 5-on-1 and beating him, I don't know if that would have been. Plowhawk running a 7-minute mile. I mean, I thought it was going to be like, what did I set the over-under at? 10.5, I think? 10.5 minutes?
Yep.
I just don't know how the hell that's possible. Still don't.
Beast mode, put it into second gear there at the tail end.
It's unbelievable. Ellen, I mean, what you're dealing with here is you're talking to a dais full of athletes.
Well, I've noticed that, and I will say that I do think that we need to lay off of Iggy ever being, this whole notion of Iggy getting nervous. I think we can dump that whole storyline.
Here. Thank you, Elsie.
I agree.
He was cool as a cucumber. Now, I don't know anything about golf, although I'm very happy that Family Golf is opening up in Midtown.
Top golf.
That may become a thing for me.
Yeah.
Maybe you should play, Ellen. I think you're an athlete at heart. I think you'd be... You'd have
I'm
a good
very
little time.
uncoordinated, but I was a decent runner just because I tried.
Did you stop running? You stopped running?
Yeah, the hip got to me. So I'm.
Would you run outdoors or on a track or treadmill? What was going on?
I was a distance runner for about 25 years. So
you like run marathons?
Yeah.
Wow. How about that, Doug?
I did. I loved it. I was in my best days, marathon on command shape. Those were my best days.
Well, a lot of women are taking up golf now, Elsie, so...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because I thought about the Family Golf. It's way out in Chesterfield, which is too far of a hike for me. But
Top golf.
You're talking about intriguing.
Top golf.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Top golf.
Yeah, that's a good way to. It's a good way to go because even if you can't play, you don't have people behind you saying, "Come on, hurry up," and you can hit the ball many times and get better, and you're not bothering other people, and you're not looking for balls in the woods or something. It's a great way to go, and it's more like a party, really. They got restaurants and drinks and everything. It's a really good time.
Yeah, I get a little like Tim though. I mean, I don't think to the degree Tim does, but if I do it, I'll get a little obsessive about it. So I'll probably want to do it right and then take lessons and blah, blah, blah. And I'm a long way from that since it's not even open yet.
That's the way to do it, though.
All right. Well, I'm running out of oxygen.
Oh,
so
no, Doug.
I will let you go, which I know thrills most of your listeners.
No, it doesn't.
Ellen is running out of oxygen. Hooray.
No, they don't feel that way at all.
There's caller Ellen. Thank you, caller.
Well, you guys are nice
better.
to me, but I'm ready for it.
Feel better, Elsie.
Caller Ellen,
Hey,
Doug on the
thanks,
Steve
guys.
Schmidt Kia North County phone lines. One of the many ladies who call into the show.
You know who is really into golf now, and I'm just shocked?
Tiger
that
Woods?
she's posting. That's a female. She's posting pictures of, I'm addicted to this game. I'm taking lessons. I can't wait to get better.
Lexi Thompson.
A Bella Danger.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You got to give me 100 guesses.
I was shocked when I saw it. She was swinging
I
a golf
follow
club.
her on the, was this Instagram, I gather?
Instagram, I think. Yeah,
Ella Reese is active, but she's not playing golf.
No,
That's
she's
Jackson's
taking,
girl.
She's taking lessons. It's like, I can't get enough of this game now.
Dougie, do you follow Bella Danger?
No.
I think we need to get her on the show and talk golf.
Let's get her on. Danger, she wrote, is her handle. She's got 9.3 million followers.
Yeah, she's popular. She's dating a lawyer.
Nutted it. Absolutely nutted it.
Yeah, there she is on the golf course. Doug, I'll let you know how her move is.
Okay.
Well, not good right now. She just took it up. Kind of stiff.
Yeah. Boy, she has a fun ass.
Oh.
Yeah, Gabby yesterday on Twitter said having a pre-golf workout, and then she started using her mouth. I don't know.
What? What now?
I don't know if that's a workout that typically
It's
happens.
only fans, or she's still working.
Cleaning the clubs?
This is just Twitter, man. She just posts the random things.
What
like
is
once a
her
month on
handle,
Twitter.
Doug? Is she I'm Awful 69?
I don't know.
And then
what
a
her
couple
handle is.
underscores? Let me see.
Yeah.
It is I'm Awful 69. You're right.
Yeah, and I know she had the Aftermath one, too, where it says, oh, got this all over my draft after my golf stream, or before my first golf stream on Twitch. But yeah, so she's doing some workouts. She's putting that work in for...
Does she have black hair now?
Oh, she's hit.
Oh, no, that's a lady in the alley.
Yeah. Gabby has really hit a rough patch. It looks
All
like
right.
she's in
Why?
a one-bedroom
We had her on to break down the
Bed-Stuy.
Blues and Stars Game 5. Live from, we were doing a show on Washington Avenue. Blondie's Coffee Place right there.
Yeah.
Next to Rosalita's. We had Gabby Carter on the show.
She was having trouble calling in. She kept calling my cell phone.
Right.
After telling her, no, here's the number. And then my cell phone again.
Well, she was trying at
She
least.
was a good cat. Her and Jill Cassidy kind of fell off the map.
Oh, Jill Cassidy's still active.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't see anything about golf. I see her saying she got a little love on her dress, though.
No.
But with the video before that, maybe she deleted it, or maybe it's just content that, she decided OnlyFans.
Well, her gentleman lover's name is Mace. Any chance it's Mace Dog, your boy?
Nah, he's up in Collinsville. I don't know if he red eyes it to Gabby's
Is that right?
Bed-Stuy shack that she lives in.
Oh, now how do you know it's not gotten that bad?
I never know. Lexi Bell was dating somebody from here.
Doug, who is Lexi Bell going?
Yeah, it ain't Mace Dog.
Was she ever at
Any
Napoli?
idea?
She wouldn't tell me. I asked her, and she said that I'm not going to give his name out.
I really want to work with Mia Malkova.
Boy, she is flexible. Tell you that Mia Malkova is flexible as the day is long. You ever notice it?
No. No, I have not.
Yeah, super flexible.
It'd be fun to get a Bell Danger in for a golf tournament
Well, let's work on it.
when she gets better.
How many people would know her?
Yeah, we need her to improve
She
her
has
golf game.
9.3 million followers.
A lot of people would know her.
Do you know how much that appearance fee would be, though? It'd be insane.
And maybe she'll bring Liam Riley in with her.
Oh, the gentleman you
Her
like.
best friend.
What would you do? Would you hang out with Liam Riley?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. What if he expressed interest in you?
No.
Okay.
It's a cute little twink.
Oh,
But
God.
it's not my cup of tea.
Well, you got to see where it goes.
Right. You got to be open to it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Good morning. I'm a caller, Ellen Lemming, and I want her to get well. Thanks. That's from the 314.
We all do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was a fake call because you could kind of tell a different tone of voice for Ellen this time.
This damn COVID won't go away. People keep getting it.
And it's the
Still.
winter. You're going to have cold to kind of, mimic.
Have you guys had
that.
your flu shots yet?
Getting it today at noon, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get mine. Luckily, I think they are free at Walgreens, if I'm not mistaken. Certain Walgreens, I think you can.
Why don't you sign up here?
Yeah.
You can get them here.
Oh, really? Oh, I definitely will.
You get the email yesterday?
Probably. I got to go look through it. What are they today?
I don't think so. You need to sign up.
I think CVS has them too. There's CVS right across the street.
Yeah. It's important, though, because, I get one really bad sickness a year, usually. And I hate that.
Guys, Sky Breeze dipping out of the industry. This one hurts, Tim. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack, not his wife. I had not heard that.
I suspect her parents finally found out where she was, went out and got her.
Porn
Said, "You
star.
come home."
I'm surprised to hear that now. I don't follow her, so I'm not familiar. Iggy, you cover this for us. What can you report here?
I'm not familiar with her. She hasn't been in the business that long, though, has she?
No.
Yeah.
Jackson, you know anything on this?
I do not.
What are you eating?
Not eating anything.
Oh, it sounded like
Well,
you
I
were
agree
eating
with you. I would have thought he was eating
lollipop or
something.
something.
Yeah.
No. Who is it again?
Sky Bree.
I don't know who that is.
See, these porn star retirements are almost like rock bands' last tour.
She's retiring?
When you know
She's
it
not new?
isn't.
They're not retirements. They're more like arrests.
Yeah, she's going to be back in a year. And again, you're going to see these bands that say it's their last tour ever. You're going to see them in
rehab.
2 years. Yeah, the rehab tour.
Mm-hmm.
Sky Bree. Doug, I'll go to Sky Bree's Instagram. Why don't you tell me about Mark Milton, and I will go to Sky Bree's Instagram, and I'll try to come back with some information.
I don't know how Sky's tax situation looks. Perhaps that's why she's out of the business. She's making too much money and didn't file returns. I don't know for sure, but a lot of people have had that happen to them, and that's where Mark Milton comes in. You've probably heard by now the IRS is receiving an additional $80 billion in funding to increase enforcement and audits of taxpayers. If that news worries you, contact former Department of Justice Tax Division Attorney Mark Milton at stltaxlawyer.com. If you have unfiled tax returns, now is the time to act. Don't wait. It only gets worse. Mark and his team focus on tax debt resolution and can help with years of unfiled tax returns, defense against audits, and even criminal tax investigations. Clean up your tax issues. Get yourself back into compliance before all those new IRS agents are hired and enforcement ramps up. If you've got IRS issues, contact the STL Tax Lawyer, Mark Milton, at stltaxlawyer.com, and you'll be saying to the IRS, you'll be saying, hey, I'm not guilty, I'm with Milty. And remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon adverts.
Oh, that pause. Can't teach it.
No, very dramatic.
Let's see. Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack says she posted it on Twitter. Did you guys see the press conference or anything?
I did not.
CNN was going to have one, and then they canceled it because who knows why.
Nice. Great ad-lib.
Well, I was going to go one way, and I just stopped.
I see it here 15 hours ago. How did we miss it? I have officially retired from the whole life. Guess that's it.
Yeah, good for her.
That's all it said?
Yep.
What does that mean?
She's
What do you think that
unbelievably
means?
attractive.
You're a fan, Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Look at Jackson. Jackson's the smitten kitten, Doug.
no.
Look at her. Well, she's like 23. How is she retiring?
Well, I said I thought she just
The
started.
hell of a life.
She's come to her senses.
Maybe she just stopped escorting.
Maybe she fell in love with somebody.
Oh, my God, she's unbelievable.
Wouldn't that be the most...
Wow, Jackson, I've never heard you to be this much of a smitten kitten.
Well, I mean, she's just really good looking.
Maybe KG and O-Town can get her on for us.
That'd be a nice get.
Yeah, why don't you give me a Bella Danger's number, too, KG?
I'm surprised
I
you
like
get
it when you call me
673,000
Big
followers.
Papa. And Lexi Bell while you're at it. I didn't get a call.
You're putting requests in for KG and O-Town?
Yeah.
What is it you like to be called again?
Big Papa.
Yeah. Can I hear that one more time?
Well, that's a Biggie Smalls song, I believe.
Is that 96?
He's only got one album out. What year was that?
Did he only have one album? Tupac's still coming out with music.
He had more than one album.
I like it when you call me Big Papa. I think he had one album when he was alive. He's released 7 since he died.
Life After Death.
Yeah, prophetic.
Still churning them out from the grave.
Yeah, I think he's had 6 albums since he died. I think he only did 1 when he was alive.
So that means they had a bunch of recorded material they didn't think was worth putting out there, and then when he died, they said, well, we might as well now.
Yeah, or he just did a bunch of rapping, and they found a bunch of CDs and things that they would make their demos on.
Ready to Die was 94, which I believe Big Papa was on. And then he did Life After Death, which was his posthumous studio album.
Yeah,
So he would be posthumous?
So 1 while he was alive.
I will gape your face while my hole is being tongued and tickled with a feather. Thanks, it's recovering alcohol.
Didn't need it. Recovering alcoholic has been suspended. He's been suspended a period of 2 days' time. His name right now, as we speak, is going into the suspension logule. 2 days' time for the recovering alcoholic from Belleville.
KG No Town says he's on it and trying to get a Sky Bree this morning. That'd be a huge get for this show. It could put us on the map.
That would be, actually.
Now that she's retiring from what she calls the whole life?
Sky
Yeah.
Bree.
So we want to break down your retirement and let the world know.
Ah, what a career.
Either she's been arrested, or she's going into recovery, or her parents finally found her and are dragging her back home. Or I guess she fell in love.
No, she fell in love with a rich dude who didn't want her to do porn. The easiest way to get out of the business.
Probably so, yeah.
Oh, you're worth $5 million? Okay, yeah, I'll get out of the business.
A little Tommy Tribbin's back. Hey, Tim, Mr. Lick strikes me as a guy who would have been best friends with Graham Bensinger in high school. Drove around in their parents' Range Rovers and tried to pick up chicks at the West County Mall. Licks, sucks, ass. That's from Little Tommy Tribbins.
Good one, Tommy.
You agree with it?
Not usually a big fan of his. I wish you would fall off your training wheels sometimes. But I agree with that one.
Do you?
Guys, it's pretty cool that Jackson and I have boners at the same time this morning. She's unbelievable. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack.
I mean, I'm flaccid, but she's just very attractive.
You didn't need the first part of that.
Sky Bree on Instagram, Real Sky Bree.
Sky Bree?
You like her more than Ella Reese, bro?
Yeah, she certainly isn't as omnipresent, but yeah, I think a little goes a long way.
And I'm on my phone, everybody. You see that? Good.
It's got to be
if
a
you
real
lay
name,
your
too.
love on my butt. Is it 2 E's?
Guys, Sky Bree hooked up with
It's an
Logan
I.
Paul. That girl fine. Thanks. That's from O'Fallon Man Oyster.
She did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Does that make it better?
No.
Worse.
It doesn't make it worse. It's just like, good for Logan Paul.
1 E or 2 E's?
It's I. B-R-I.
Oh.
B-R-I.
Real Sky Bree, there we go.
All right, what do you got, Iggy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. We're coming off a Blues loss that stung a little bit.
Yeah, kind of hell of a...
And now this.
Wow.
Say I like it when you call me Big Papa as you look at me.
Kiss me in the bedroom. What do you like in me? I'm not going to answer that. I think I would make a good nurse.
Put that off.
It looks like she's in the walking up the steps in Hubbard.
Well, if she's here, we ought to be able to get her.
Yeah, she's on her way.
Hey, guys, just cycling on is leather-begging listeners to book guests again.
Yeah, I just did.
Can we just trade the wrinkled produce for 4 kg in O-Town and call it a day? That's from Big Tough Doug. There is a groundswell of support for KG and O-Town to be hired here on this show.
Right. How could there not be? He does the best TikToks out there.
I don't know if they would add a salary for the 2023 budget. But maybe KG and O-Town can be a 1099 guy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's slowly move him into the fold.
Sure, it'd be great.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'm lobbying for it.
Yeah, I did one yesterday. I'd like to relive me spilling the coffee all over the console.
What?
What happened now?
That was one of his TikToks yesterday.
Oh.
Spillgate. He had me walking in and the coffee flowing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a stretch of 3 days in a row, wasn't it?
You had a lot of spillage?
No, that was the only big one.
Yeah, I mean, the other two I think were empty or something.
We're right
that,
here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a day that I was really, really worried that I messed up. I thought this thing was going to just be destroyed, short-circuited.
Because some of the coffee got underneath the
Well, it
board.
was seeping into the cord area, but I cleaned that up. We did a thorough cleaning, and these things those wires down there have inches of rubberized covering for it. Yeah. Those aren't the actual wires; those are covers for it for situations such as that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was stressed. I couldn't sleep that night.
Oh, come on.
No, I couldn't. I thought I was going to wake up the next morning, come to work, and we're not going to be on the air because the board is out.
Well, apparently, speaking of which, the weather took out our automation, so it just played promos till 4:30 when I got here.
That day or today?
This morning, yeah, because the weather here will just. It's a struggle for any radio station to keep all of this functioning when there's inclement weather. But I came in and fixed it. So things happen, Doug. Things
Nice
happen.
going for fixing it.
Well, I mean, I don't.
What'd you do to
pat on
fix
the
it? Get
back.
paper towel out?
I actually just manually inserted all the commercials and all the replay segments.
Huh.
It was a chore, but I think, you always expect things like that, Doug.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm all for the hiring of KG in O-Town. More KG, less bacon bit. That's from Patrick and Immaculata. Does KG in O-Town play better to the Immaculata Parish? That's some money over there, Doug.
That's right on Ladue Road, isn't it? Just before you get to Brentwood Boulevard.
KG in
Kind of
O-Town's more of a
behind
moneyed
Galleria.
listener.
Clayton Road, is it? I used to go to 5 o'clock Mass on Saturday.
Is it Clayton Road?
It's Clayton Road.
Yeah, it's behind the Galleria, right? Or close to it?
Yep.
It has the 3 bells.
Right across from the Ethical Society.
Kristen Massapequa, what's up, Chris?
I believe that was Stan Musial's church.
All right.
I heard people say that Stan Musial.
No, I think that's a different one.
Okay.
It's on Clayton Road, but I think I had a buddy who went to church with him.
Maybe he bounced around a little bit.
Did Herb go?
No, Herb and I are of the Jewish faith. So
What about Gareth?
also of the Jewish faith.
Oh, wow.
Do you hang out with
What
any
about
Catholics?
Herb's Hog?
Yeah.
Is that the same fate?
Herb's Hog?
Jackson, if you find Mr. Lix's mic drop, we are yearning for it. That's
So,
from Breakfast Jim.
So similar to on Balloon Party, people, you can send in the mic drop, but I have to hear it first before I can put it on the air, and I can't hear it while recording the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't want to ruin it. We have to get it from the air check just so we can listen to a dumb Mr. Licks 20-second. That's what he's trying to say.
Right. I like it would be wrong of me to play audio.
It'd be irresponsible, is what it'd be.
Well, I think so.
And it ain't going to be worth it.
So I'll listen to it in the break, and then if it's good for air, I'll put it in the system, and bada bing, bada boom.
Describe good.
Well, no swear words or stuff that could get us in trouble.
Hey, Mike, I want to slap your big butt cheeks.
He didn't say no to that, did he?
I spent 7 years in Ladue, so you could say I run in moneyed circles. That's from KG in O-Town.
Oh, didn't know that. He's well heeled, huh?
Yeah.
I need to run in money circles.
I do too. Just once in a while. Just dip my toe in the water every now and then.
I don't know if I've ever been in a circle of monies.
Don't say
Like-
monies.
You like
There's no
that?
reason
Monies.
to ever say monies.
Oh, I did.
Here we go.
Was it
Okay.
Potter Varley?
Yeah, that whole group. Potter Varley, Mark
Goodness.
Rosen, Jimmy Lipsitz. All their parents had money. I go to the lake every weekend at the Lipsitz house. Spend the weekend at the lake. Had a nice big house on Arundel. Yeah, I was running in money circles. I didn't see any of it, but
How did they accept you?
they
A
loved
simple man from the Brentwood side.
They loved me.
Why would they love you?
They thought I was a nice guy.
Okay. They accepted you into their moneyed circle.
Yeah, almost every Sunday I was invited over for Sunday dinner.
Where I come from, there
And
is
I wasn't even a
no
family member.
old money.
There's no old money in Canton. There's got to be one John Dutton.
Probably
Yeah.
some guy who owns everything.
Cook
Yeah.
Medical, man. This dude from Canton, I think
There
he
you
recently
go.
passed. He created the stint and made billions.
Oh, I bet.
And
Yeah.
now he basically it owns almost half of Canton.
Oh,
and
well,
that
that's
Cook
nice.
Medical facility.
There's probably some farmers who've bought land
Oh, yeah.
50 years ago that's now worth 10 times what it was.
Absolutely making a killing on there. But when you're talking monies in Canton,
Stop saying monies.
Usually at the new money, like Matty Dreads, rocking that porn money.
Didn't someone in Canton or somewhere around there invent the breakaway rim, like in rural Illinois?
I don't
Made
know.
$1 billion off that.
We got Jim Tomei that used to live out by me.
Oh, nice.
He did?
Oh, really?
05 World Series champ?
What was
Dude,
he doing there?
His land is unfreaking believable. He's from that area. He's from Limestone, Illinois, which is
Really?
25 minutes from Canton.
Just a big old country
in
boy.
the same Mid-Illini conference, and so you would randomly see Jim Tomei at like a Hy-Vee in Canton when you're like at lunch in high school. Yeah, his hunting grounds, like his land and house, are just insane.
Heck of a player.
Oh, heck of a
Did he
player.
have-
Super nice
Did
dude.
he have 500 home runs? I think he might have.
Yep. Had a really fun career, too. He's a really good dude.
Yeah.
You can have a fun career with Patrick Nealon and Centric. Cybersecurity is the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity. They can do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology. That's how they do it in just 4 months. Even if you have no IT experience and you can do it online, and you can do it in person, you can do it in the evenings, or you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you're interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis. You can be part of the solution that is Centric, and it's something, if you have a moment, you should think about, Jackson, just like Muggsy.
Just like Muggsy, Tim. You're absolutely right. You know, it's officially jeans season. And the only jeans you're ever going to want to wear again are Muggsy's. They're the most damn comfortable denim ever made, and they're designed to fit you perfectly every single time. Plus, they're so soft, you feel like you're wearing sweatpants, and they're available in any color you could ever want. I was perusing their website the other day. Just a ton of incredible stuff, including their wonderful jeans that are, some of them made with this fleece and flannel literally stitched inside the entire leg, making sure your acorns stay perfectly nice and toasty. You don't have to turn down a tailgate or a holiday party again because it's too cold. You'll be covered up like a tasty little pig in a blanket. Thanks to Mugsy. And this holiday season, give yourself or a loved one the ultimate gift of life-changing comfort. You can look great, feel even better, and stay warm with Mugsy. Now, put this in your calendar because on November 1st, the entire site will be up to 40% off all your favorites with free shipping and free returns.
No fool.
As always. But until then, you can use promo code TMA. And when you head to Mugsy.com, you get 10% off and free shipping and free returns if you don't love them. That's Mugsy.com. Promo code is TMA for 10% off your entire order, free shipping and free returns. Experience life-changing comfort with Mugsy.
Life-changing. You people in moneyed circles wear Mugsy.
Jackson, since
yeah, absolutely. If you want to look and feel like you're even running in more moneyed circles, you throw on a pair of Mugsies. You instantly up your net worth.
That's correct. Yeah,
Can you eat an acorn?
Nurse?
Yeah, squirrels do.
But I mean, can a human eat an acorn?
It's possible.
Are they like nuts?
You can eat just about anything if you put your mind to it.
Think about that.
I think you probably could.
Think about holes.
I'm just curious what's in it when you break it open.
You can eat J.J. Twigs on Southampton, and this week they're our partner for Friday night is Pizza Night. And I believe Alex Graves is going to be in studio.
Head Chef Sam.
Oh, Head Chef Sam.
Yeah, Head Chef Sam. Little audible. Head Chef Sam's going to be in today.
That means probably some pizzas coming our way.
Treats.
Friday night is Pizza Night. J.J. Twigs, Southampton this week. 20% off your order for TMA listeners. How about that? Tonight through Sunday. J.J. Twigs, Southampton. Not any J.J. Twigs. J.J. Twigs, Southampton. Friday night is Pizza Night. Brand new shirts and hoodies at tmastlshop.com. I bet everybody is looking at me right now on YouTube and wondering, how can I get that hoodie? Well, you can get it at tmastlshop.com. We got the Friday night is Pizza Night hoodie, the TMA Golf logo hoodie, and the T-shirts. They're all there at tmastlshop.com. And you can check out the new merch in addition to the classics. It's all there at tmastlshop.com. Doug Larry Nickel is on the line here. Munganast St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. Munganast online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. Good morning, Larry.
Hello, Nixie.
Good morning, guys. What's up?
Well, not much. I missed the show last night. What did I miss?
Oh, no.
Doug, you've been saying that for the past, 3.5 decades, 4 decades?
About that, yeah. About that. 35 years or so. What did I miss? Anything good?
Well, besides Omos beating the crud out of 4 local wrestlers.
4 local wrestlers?
Locals?
They don't even get names? Somebody backed out at the last minute, so they got some local yokel?
It is always that way when certain wrestlers want to get a easy win. They always have to find local people.
Yeah. And
Like
they have
for
to
instance,
they have to let the star win too. You would never let the local person win.
right, like for instance, one time when I was in St. Louis, Nia Jax had to wrestle local wrestlers that I know, not personally. But anyway, that's why I almost won last night.
Okay.
There you go, Doug. Take that.
Sounds like it was a
And
big
then-
show. They had to bring in substitutes at the last minute.
And then the main event was Bailey against Bianca Belair. The match was a non-title event, and Bailey won.
Sick.
Okay, is that big news?
Yeah, because Bailey, here's the backstory. Bailey, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai came back at SummerSlam. And then, of course, Bailey won the Raw Women's Championship. And then her cohort won the WWE Women's Tag Team titles because they want to be in control of the women's division.
Okay. All right.
Doug, there it is. There's a breakdown of last night's program. Larry, do you have the top 5 countries in the world at your disposal?
Yes, I do. Thanks for asking.
No problem.
Number 5 would be Indonesia.
Oh, yeah, I thought it might get in there this week.
Okay, yeah.
Number 4, Honduras.
Okay, different kind of list this week.
Number 3 will be Iceland.
Okay.
2, Canada. 1, United States of America.
There it is. Larry Nickel, WWE Recap. Thank you, Larry. God bless you. God bless you, United States of America.
All right, thank you, Nick.
God bless America.
There he is.
Nice
Quick
little
to the trigger
recap.
on that. God bless America.
Yeah, it was quick. He was quick on that.
Nice little recap.
Sick recap.
You guys watching that program these days?
What, wrestling?
Yeah.
No.
I was on the Bears and Patriots last night, and I was on the Blues and Jets.
Yeah, that's what I watch, a Blues game.
Oh, I was watching.
I was double shooting. Phone on the app, computer on the Bears and Patriots. Created some DFS rosters. I was on Khalil Herbert. Kind of a sharp play, Doug. Kind of a sharp play. But I had Mac Jones in a lot of lineups, and he got benched.
Mhm.
And then that just hurt.
I'm enjoying how the Patriots aren't very good anymore.
I love
Imagine
watching
that it could have been about having an all-time great quarterback all those years. And maybe Belichick isn't quite the mysterious genius, and now he looks like just another grumpy old man.
What about how the Buccaneers aren't any good now?
Yeah.
I love the Patriot fan and Yankees fan right now acting. Ooh, that was scary. Acting as if they're the only fan base that goes through any sort of heartache at all.
Mhm.
Like they've had
Well, they're
this
not used to it. Yeah.
Yankees had 27 World Series rings, and you have the fans absolutely calling for everyone's head after 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Now they view it as 13 years.
Well, that's true, but just makes it.
Like only one team can win.
And the fact that they're booing Aaron Judge. He just broke the American League home run record, almost won the Triple Crown, will be the MVP, and they're booing him because he had a rough 3 games. Can you believe that?
I don't know what's going on. Our power continues to flash.
This thing's about to go.
It happened out in the hallway, too.
It's about to go.
Well, what's going on throughout the building? I would gather, so I don't know what's going on.
We have a
It doesn't seem like we have
generator, though.
thunderstorms, but the power is flashing here at Hubbard Radio. Why don't we take a commercial break? We'll come back and we'll see what's doing. It's the Munganast St. Louis Acura. Munganast 7 o'clock hour. Munganast online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. And if you are in the market for a new car or a pre-owned car, make sure you're doing business with the official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. That is Munganast. Send your questions in for the Tim McKernan Show podcast. QFTA, Tim McKernan at InsideSTL.com. Work with Jamie Burkhardt. Work with Clayton Patterson. Work with Peter Munganast. By emailing Team McKernan at InsideSTL.com, I'll connect you with him. It's Munganast, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, sponsor of our 7 o'clock hour. And what you should do is think about it. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling. Online at designairservice.com.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com. Remember sitting around at parties in the 90s, singing along to all the current alternative rock songs?
Wanna go for a ride?
Even when you didn't know the words? Well, you can relive the magic when Smashing Pumpkins come to town with Jane's Addiction, Tuesday, November 1st at Enterprise Center. And you can do it for free. Just log into the TMA app or at TMASTL.com. Enter the contest. Smashing Pumpkins, November 1st at Enterprise Center. Tickets on sale now. Find out more at TMASTL.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at TMASTL.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
I'm as moist as a freshly baked Betty Crocker cake.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Halloween, go grab a sheet or your favorite mask. Trick or treat, door by door to fill our bags with candy.
Look, we're only 6 days away. What are you going to be for Halloween?
I don't know. I haven't gotten dressed up in a few years.
I got my porn star costume the other day.
Oh, nice. You guys got a Halloween party, bro?
Kind of
We're going to go to Nashville.
Oh, really?
For Halloween?
So you driving down there Friday, bro?
Madison flies out there tomorrow for work, and she gets done with work on Friday, so I'm just gonna drive up there after the show around 1 or 2 Friday. Have a little weekend.
Huh?
I doubt everything's gonna be a cover charge, so I doubt we do anything heavy inside the bar.
No, they don't. I was in Nashville for Halloween last year. It's not bad.
Nice.
You can still go to all the bars.
Did you do well for yourself, Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Actually,
place where you
Look at
can.
this guy, Doug. I didn't
did.
know. We got a Lil Coxman on the show.
Actually did.
That
It
has
was
to be
Tinder,
the best.
actually.
That has to be the best bar scene in America, right?
Yeah, and there's too many of them to charge cover. You know, if one charges
Line
cover,
band.
you go to the next one down just one next door to it. So they'll gouge you on that. It's at $10 a drink, but
Once you have a girlfriend and go down there, really, my whole goal is double-fisted Nashville hot chicken sandwiches.
prepare to wait in line for that.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go to Hattie's, but
Yeah,
it'll be a good little time. Haven't been up there for a couple years.
Such a great town.
If you're really hungry, you can go to Paula Dean's restaurant.
Mm.
You ever been to one of those?
They'll just churn you up some butter.
All you can eat, family style. They bring bowl. You order you get like 3 sides. You have the fried chicken, the meatloaf, and the turkey, and they bring bowls, just food falling everywhere. And when you're ready for more, they bring you a whole nother. You got professional eaters going in there.
Buttered spinach and
Yep,
stuff.
Yep.
Mr. Licks has announced he is dressing up as a working-class person so he can look like he belongs to Orson Woods' wacko second-rate country club.
I forgot to listen to his damn
Not a hard costume.
Shake it off.
Yeah, you know what? I can pull it up on my laptop.
You already have the Amazon.
Jackson's going to pull Mr. Licks' mic drop. You can leave a mic drop on the TMA app. You can watch us on youtube.com/TMASTL. I think we look naughty today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if...
Even a little curious.
Yeah, I feel like we look curious, but like kind of innocent. Like, you know, are we looking to?
And we don't even understand just how hot we are. That kind of thing.
That's the thing.
Or we don't get it.
Right.
You know.
Why
Are
don't
we
you,
impossibly handsome? Yes, but we act like we're not.
Why don't you look in the camera and suck your thumb?
Clip that off.
I beg your pardon?
Look in the camera and suck your thumb.
Why would I do that?
Give him a thrill.
Well, why don't you do that?
They don't want me to do it.
Look,
Who wants me to do it?
If a guy gonna Venmo me 20 and said let's go private, then yeah,
you're in.
Yeah.
But you can't give off that.
No,
for
and you
free.
need the shower curtain when you go in private.
See, Appliance Discounter's 8 o'clock hour. Appliance Discounter's your hometown appliance source featuring major brands like GE. How do you do? How do you do, GE? Well, fine. Now, when your appliance goes out, you don't have the time to sit around and wait weeks for a replacement. If you're in need of an appliance right away, you won't wait weeks at Appliance Discounters. They have an 80,000 square foot warehouse filled with GE appliances along with other brands. You can't wait weeks when your refrigerator, washer, or dryer go out. So come into one of the Appliance Discounters showrooms today and they'll deliver it tomorrow. If you're building or remodeling your home and don't need your appliances right away, they can hold them for you. And remember, you can always shop online at theappliancediscounters.com. That's theappliancediscounters.com, and it's something that you should, if you have a moment to anyway, think about. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. We're taking phone calls today, and I guess your mic drops now on the TMA STL app.
Okay.
Mr. Licks will be the first ever mic drop played on the Ryan Kelly morning after. Iggy is not happy about that. He'd like it to be somebody else, maybe like Sky Bree. We're covering her retirement. I don't know if any other station in the market is covering her retirement. Doug, you scanned the stations during the break.
So far, no.
On it? Nobody's.
No, it's all ours.
Dodom's Bill's Belt is the first.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, that was the first ever on Balloon Party.
Balloon. Oh, okay, yeah.
Doug, do you follow @D_Loya_ on Twitter?
I do not.
Okay, he has 982 followers. His bio says gamer, girls' feet enthusiast.
Enthusiast.
Who is this guy?
I retweet pretty girls and their feet. I'm a really nice guy who's single, open-minded, patient, honest, and loyal. Doug, that's D. Loya. He is a girl's feet enthusiast.
Enthusiast.
And he has written to Sky Bree regarding her retirement, which we are covering exclusively. And I would imagine this is going to be a banner moment for this show, as KG in O-Town is going to land her to comment on her retirement. This is what D. Loya said. He's a gamer and girls' feet enthusiast. I don't think that's something that goes away. For this in particular, you can't just easily stop. You can go weeks, maybe months without having sex with more than one guy, but you're going to miss it. Trace Adkins. But you're going to miss it and end up going back to that life sooner or later. I hope I never get a hoe for a girlfriend.
Oh.
Jesus.
He's not very patient. He said he was patient.
That's including the ones who claim they have retired from that life. Because I don't want a girl who will later have second thoughts about settling down and ending up leaving me in the middle of our relationship. Doug, that's D. Loya with a wonderful comment to Sky Bree, who he disapproves of her life, but follows her on Twitter and comments. That's
Right.
D. Loya, and again, gamer, girls' feet enthusiast.
Are there a lot of D. Loyas on there that he needs an underscore after Loya?
That's a good question. It's a great question.
Did she respond to his comment at all?
I'm surprised she didn't.
No.
And if you like relieving yourself to her, she has plenty of videos online. Like, you don't need
Don't say
more.
relieving.
Well, I mean, that's the perfect way to put it, Doug.
I'll be checking her out today.
You will?
Yeah, I haven't
I'll
seen
watch
any.
some
of
game
her,
film.
I haven't seen any of her stuff.
Jackson, what do you have to say about Mr. Licks' mic drop? It sounds like we have a verdict.
I listened to it. It is clean to be played on the air. And I want to preface this by saying I really do like Mr. Licks. I think his calls are funny, but this mic drop truly sucks.
Wow!
Here comes the big man.
And it's not like it's like short. Like
How
he
long?
leans in. It's a minute and a half long.
Well, we can drop it if we think
right.
it's horrible. don't have to
Doug,
listen.
we're encouraging mic drops now here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. How you can do it is using the TMA STL app. You'll need to download that app. We're giving away, Smashing Pumpkins tickets?
Oh, yeah.
How about
Yeah,
this?
absolutely.
Take a listen to this.
Yeah,
November
easy.
1st. This is a week from today, Jack.
Yeah, it's you just hop onto the TMA app if you haven't already. I don't understand why. It's got all the content you'd ever need for TMA, Balloon Party, Pepper and Genie, the Tim McKernan Show. It's got everything on there.
Yeah, everything.
So what you do is you create a profile within the app. You go to that profile section. There'll be a little icon that says TMA App Contest, and you can win a chance to win Smashing Pumpkins tickets on November 1st. Simple as that. All you do is hit enter the win, and you're already in there. So, get busy.
Maybe you'll see me there.
Well, you'd be bigger than the band, I think. People would rather see you than the band.
I think Jane's Addiction's going to be there, too.
Yeah, they're opening for him.
Dave Navarro, Doug.
They did the Entourage theme song? Or the Entourage used their song for their theme song?
I think he's in porn now.
Excuse me, sir?
Who are we talking about?
Adrian Grenier?
No, Navarro. Wasn't he doing some porn?
Omar Navarro from...
That's correct. Yeah, Ozark.
I thought he was doing some.
Dude, probably got a crank, but it's just a weird...
I thought he had some porn videos out there.
Doug, have you seen any Dave Navarro's adult films?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first ever TMA mic drop.
Yeah.
It comes from Mr. Licks.
All right. Hit the lever, Plowsy.
Hey guys, Mr. Licks here. This is a audio message via the app, which I kind of like because Doug can't pop me down.
Yes,
and
we can. Yeah.
Iggy can't interrupt me with.
You want to bet?
his
I'm doing it
usual
right now. I'm
pouting.
interrupting your crap
Only
right now.
downside
How
of
about
this
that?
is that I don't get the live interaction of talking with Tim. Like you get when you call in, and that's always an honor and something I look forward to, quite honestly, with my calls. Nonetheless, what I don't like about it is that it limits you in the amount of seconds you can record. And I actually have quite a bit to get to on this little audio clip. Now I see him down to 36 seconds left. I kind of lost my train of thought. What I was going to do, what I still plan on doing, is playing a clip of Iggy, a few clips of Iggy on the Pepper and Genie podcast, so I can just clue the listeners in on just some of the excellent material you get from listening to that thing. And now, great. I got 5 seconds left. I can't play this stupid clip. This is stupid. Whatever.
Oh, God. Maybe it's not going to work.
Well, that was just
A minute and a half. We'll never get back.
Maybe the listeners now realize just how dumb you are.
Well, we're done now.
But we tried it. We tried it, and it didn't work.
So Doug will retire that portion of the app?
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
but it's still kind of a nice little feature. But you got to bring something.
It was horrible.
But now he'll call in.
But I've done things like drilling holes from the men's side over to the women's side.
He'll call in now to explain why he didn't have time, and then he'll do his whole bit over the phone.
If he could have just cut out like the first minute and 20 seconds of it and just gotten to what he had to say.
Cut it all out.
That's Carlos Spicy winner, Doug, who will go into the TMA Hall of Fame. What year do you think he'll go in? Is he a third-year guy, second-year guy? Is he first ballot?
Probably a second ballot guy.
Yeah. Wow, that's okay.
Wow, Plowhawk, you don't think he goes in second ballot?
I mean, I'm not saying he's just a guy getting a red jacket, but second ballot, those are...
Well, how many are going in each year?
4.
Yeah, 4.
It's a Mount Rushmore, of
you
course.
think he's a top 8er? It'd be tough to say.
That's tough.
Close to
we'll
being
get together
a top
the board.
Are these callers listeners? What are they?
What?
What?
I mean, just
friends.
Friends of the show?
Friends of the show. FOTS. Carlos Spicy winner, whatever he goes in, I think he's going in someday. And he says, number one, that was absolutely the worst thing you morons have ever played on this station. Fix just gained a little ground due to Licks' awfulness. Number 2, how does Mr. Licks have time for all these mic drops no one wants or asked for when he really needs to be focused on recruiting the failed charcuterie board making West County housewives for Avon? That's from Carlos Spicy.
Oh. Have you guys ever tried to make your own charcuterie board?
So that's apparently a thing in the Central Corridor on social media?
Yeah.
Is that right? Jackson, how are you hip to this? This strikes me as to be out of your age range.
No, it's...
Your friends are doing this?
I have friends maybe
no.
a year or two older who, I guess do it on the side.
Oh, God.
They just make cheese boards.
Oh, it's a whole production.
I've been making those for like ever.
Oh, of course. Yours are better than most.
Everybody has. I mean, you have friends over, you get a board and you put some cheese.
No, I think
and
they're
some
actually talking about making the board.
salami and
Well,
things.
yeah, the board is part of it, but the way that they arrange the cured meats
It's
along with the
not that hard.
fig
meats.
jam.
See, in the city, we lay out pepper jack cheese, Colby Jack, Munster, and American. Ritz crackers with some salami and deer sausage. That's your charcuterie.
I like deer sauce.
I was talking about
Little
actually
grapes?
making the board. My brother-in-law made one. Real intricate wooden things.
Oh, no, that
extra
would-
designs in it. I'd be so proud of it. I said, "It's a cheese board. Stop it."
No, they're not. There's no woodworking going on in the Central Corridor. I can promise you that. There's no one in the shop making a board.
Oh.
They buy the board. It's the
Just the way you arrange
It's
the
the way
cheese.
the range and how the brie works all up in there, not to be confused with sky brie.
Yeah, we're covering her retirement exclusively
this
on the
is-
show this morning. Doug, she's with a guy named Aiden. Is it Aiden?
Oh, Aiden Ross. Is that who she's with?
Aiden Ross. Who's Aiden Ross?
He's
Doug?
a Twitch streamer.
Doug, do you follow him on Twitch?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Sounds like a two-guard from Phoenix.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from there. But,
So that's who she's with, and that's why she left what she called the hoe business?
I saw her on a stream with him, and I think they might have kissed or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's
I don't
getting
know.
official.
Good for Aiden Ross, because he's not, he's kind of built more like Plowsy than he's built like, a middle linebacker, but God bless.
Is that SGO Kai's friend?
Who? Aiden Ross?
Yeah.
I am unaware of who and who is not SGO Kai's friend.
Because one of his best friends is Aiden. He's a gamer.
No, different guy.
He's a
Aiden
gamer.
Ross is like an actual, he's probably got a couple million followers his own.
No,
So.
okay. Just curious because Aiden is a gamer as well.
So Licks, let's break down some of his calls in terms of is he actually wealthy? Like, what guy from Huntley or Ladue leaves mic drops, is in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru in a semi at like 8:30 in the morning? I mean, it's clearly a guy that's working a 9 to 5.
Maybe he's second generation money. He's got no real skills, but he's got his parents' money. Doesn't have anything to do.
God, I envy that. What?
You'd like to be that? I would like to be that myself.
Oh,
you know.
second generation money is
Yeah.
the best way to get money.
Yeah. The old-fashioned way. Have it handed to you.
I don't want to earn it.
No, it's too hard. Too much work.
My father-in-law curates the best charcuterie board, especially the way he finishes it with a dollop of his recently crowned brown trout.
No.
Crowned brown.
I can't imagine taking great pride in the way you're arranging cheese on a board, though.
So yeah, what is the angle on these charcuterie boards?
Tim, I'm going to text you a couple of these pictures.
And they're really proud of it.
Oh,
Look at my presentation.
I just,
Oh,
I mean,
there's some celery stuff.
isn't this like a bat signal for boredom? Am I correct?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, it's a way to
Is
show
this
off.
hashtag boss babe?
Girl boss.
You're showing off because of the name of it. It used to be just a cheese board. Throw out some salami, throw out some cheese, throw out some crackers. But now it's a charcuterie board.
You want to surprise me? Throw out a fondue plate.
Oh, that would surprise you.
No, some hot cheese.
Mr. Licks is in the building? He says I'm here now.
Better not be.
Uh-oh. Did we invite him?
No, he's not getting in.
We'll lock him in that bathroom.
Jody, tell him to stay out, please.
Swing Haven board member would like to make a case for himself going into the Hall of Fame. Boys, I was hoping I would be eligible for TMA's Hall of Fame. I've been a long-time listener and have provided some very important information regarding the lifestyle and years of content of Real or Fake. Please let me know. Thanks. That's from the Swing Haven board member, and he has sent in a picture of his wife golfing.
Well, it's a picture of some LPGA pro who's attractive golfing, probably.
Ooh, Nancy Lopez, nice.
Yep.
What does that mean? What does that yep mean?
She's very attractive.
Why don't you go have drinks with him?
And not real, though.
You know, I can't even. I'm not going to mention the name because she's a sweetheart. But
The
I can't
name's
even
covered.
get people to just want to come over and enjoy a cocktail without having to say that they're not interested in sex. It happened once.
Like you are interested when they're not?
No, if somebody
You're
wants to-
not interested and they are.
Well, no. They're not interested, but I'm not either. You can just come over and have a drink or just sit
So
on
the person said, I'm not coming over because I don't want to have sex with you.
No, it was, and just for the record, I'm single. Or just for the record, I'm not single, I'm dating.
What's going on?
You see a good-looking girl and you want to see her naked.
now what's happened? You invited someone
No,
over?
I didn't invite anybody over. Somebody just wanted to, and I'm not going to give a name, but just wanted to help with the cooking show. And
Someone wanted to come and help you with your weekly cooking show.
film it and then have dinner, and then
Okay.
it's going to be a nice night. We can
They reached out to you with that offer.
Yeah, and said, but just to let you know that I'm not available. I am not single.
Okay.
So that's what's
That upsets you?
one thing happened. Yeah, because now everybody thinks that if they come over to my house, there's going to be sex. They have to have sex. It's not the case.
What's a sex dungeon you live in?
No, the one.
Damien.
Yeah, that happened once, and they initiated it.
Oh.
So I don't initiate anything.
So did you accept the offer and say, sure, come on over?
I haven't answered yet.
And I don't think you're
I
gonna...
guess I can't now, because if she does come over and do the cooking show, you're going to know who I'm talking about.
Well, why would that be a problem?
Well, it's... I don't know if she wants that out there.
Well, if
Girls
she's gonna
love
be
sex.
On the cooking show, she obviously doesn't care if it's out there.
Yeah, but it was a text to me. It wasn't something that's out there. Because she's a sweetheart. She really is. But it's just, I hate when people think that if they come over, that's what's on my mind. And it's not. One day I want to hold a panda bear. Yeah, that was learned.
You've slayed a lot of gals, and they're all concerned that they're going to be the next number.
No, see, I'm not like that.
He's retired from sex, Doug. He's made that known.
Yeah.
Well, they know that if they want sex, they're going to do all the work. I'm not.
You got to really earn it.
Yeah, you got to earn it. So, that's not always the case. There's girls that I like just as friends, and they're great people.
Stephen Wildwood has had enough of this. Are you serious? It's all you talk about, sex and cooking. Of course they're going to fend off your advances. Thanks. That's Steve Wildwood.
There were no advances.
Not yet. They haven't made their way yet into your...
Scott Sprinkle Ballsack says, I've heard charcuterie boards inevitably lead to lesbianism. Women appreciate other women's effort and imagination when it comes to the presentation of said boards. Is that right? I haven't
I
heard
don't
that.
think so. I don't think it's charcuterie.
Jackson just sent me an image of one. And I don't even know what all the items are. I see cheese and crackers, and I guess, Doug, some meats. And this person has shaped some element of it into the shape of a cross.
Oh, my God.
And so that's nice.
There's no rhyme or reason to a charcuterie board. Just throw some meat and cheese and crackers on there.
Yeah.
Put a nice little knife in there. Maybe some brie. I love brie. Maybe some nice Asiago.
Stop saying nice.
I love a good goat milk cheese.
Oh.
But other than that, how you put it on the board does not make you important.
That's what they're looking for?
It doesn't make you a
Self-important?
charcuterie expert.
Is it weird I don't like grapes touching the cheese?
Yeah, that's weird.
I like
a
grapes.
good grape.
I love grapes.
Boy,
but I
Doug,
don't-
grapes have wide deltas, don't they?
Yeah, they
Oh,
do.
boy.
Yeah.
I'm a
You get
green
grape, and if you get a great grape, you pack a lunch. You're going to be eating those grapes for the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah.
But if you get a bad grape, I think I'm done with the grapes.
Worst. I like green grapes. That's my
Cotton candy grapes.
Yeah, I like the taste of those, but I just feel like I'm eating something that was made in the lab.
I like a nice Greek olive.
Those aren't grapes.
No, but we're talking about charcuterie boards.
Clip that off.
I'll make a charcuterie board.
Guys, is a charcuterie board the new symbol of swinging? Thanks, that's from Sonia. I had not heard that.
If you
can
got a
assure you it's
pineapple
not.
on there, it would be.
It is not, Jackson?
No. Some of these females that make these, I don't think are that sporting.
Well, if it's a girl who's doing all the cooking and entertaining,
there's no
and she
cooking.
makes a charcuterie board, power to her. If it's a
God
guy
bless.
and that's his hobby, that's kind of weird.
You
That's
make a
kind of lame.
charcuterie board so you don't have to cook.
Yeah, the only sex is happening is two curious otters want to see what happens when they touch love butts together.
What?
Normally when you say, come on over, I'm going to put a charcuterie board together, that means I'm not cooking.
Well, it's a nice little appetizer but charcuterie board signals like small talk and talking to people, and that's not something I'm really into.
Oh, I hate turning a dinner into
Dinner
an all-day
parties.
affair. God, just
And if
feed
you-
me and go home.
If you're one of the guests, you feel like you'd like to eat everything on the charcuterie board, but you can't because you look like a pig. You want to keep reaching for it. And you want to double dip badly like you would at home. You can't double dip either.
And cheese and crackers, that's not an appetizer. That's an appetizer under a highway overpass, but that's not an appetizer.
Oh.
I want like chicken fingers. And yeah. I want something
T-Raz.
that takes effort. Don't act like you sweated it out all day cutting up some cheeses and meats.
You're right.
If
How about a
that's the
Swedish
effort-
meatball?
Yeah, it's anything.
That'd be better.
Maybe pigs in a blanket.
Oh.
And it usually leads to arguments because at some point somebody's going to touch a couple of pieces of salami and then not eat it. And somebody said, wait, you touched that piece. Why don't you eat that piece? You just touched 3 of them. There's going to be arguments.
Well, it's better to leave a toothpick out there so you can pick things up with the toothpick and you never really touch it.
A lot of people don't.
Well,
Yeah, if I
then
walk
they have
in-
poor charcuterie boards.
If I walk in for a dinner and there's a charcuterie board and dinner's an hour away, I'm out.
You just turn rear and leave.
That's enough mingling for me. And then you got to mingle during dinner and then nightcaps and Jesus.
Now when Dillian
I didn't know I
Harper,
needed to bring a sleeping bag. I just want to eat.
when Dillian came to the patio, somebody brought a poor man's charcuterie board.
Poor man's.
They bought it at-
Lunchable?
they bought it at
Pick that up at
Schnucks.
Circle K on
They
the
bought
way.
it at Schnucks with celery, carrots,
That's all right.
tomatoes, cauliflower. Who's going to eat that crap?
I would. That's healthy stuff.
Well, I threw it all away the next day without one piece being taken.
Really?
They left it out there. Jay left it out there. I was going
Jay
to bed.
brought the
I was going to bed.
vegetable
And Jay
tray.
said,
Jennings.
we're going to stay. And there was like 4 of them that stayed. I said, I'm going to bed. I woke up the next morning, and I said, all you got to do is make sure you put the, what are they called?
Charcuterie board.
Nah, the
Blinds.
what are they
Vegetables.
called with the flame on it?
Tiki torches?
Tiki torches.
Oh.
I said, just make sure when you leave, put the tiki torches out. And I must have had a lot of fluid in there because I woke up the next morning, they were still burning. And the cauliflower, carrot, celery thing was still in the middle of the table. About 1,000 beer cans.
You can try to say that cauliflower is good. You can justify. It's a dried up, like shrub that is crunchy.
I don't mind it. If you rub it in shrimp sauce, they taste just like shrimp.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so would my finger.
Huh?
I'm just saying anything.
Try that sometime. Take a little cauliflower and rub it in shrimp sauce, and you'll be amazed that it tastes just like shrimp cocktail.
Well, yeah. You put a potato chip in shrimp sauce, it'll taste like
no,
shrimp.
it won't. Not like cauliflower does.
Now, I do like it putting it in the blender and liquefying a cauliflower, then using it as a sauce. I just don't like the texture of the cauliflower.
Oh, okay.
I like mentality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you go to lowtusa.com. That's where you can find it. Cauliflower and all. It's FDA-approved testosterone treatment. Board-certified physicians who work with most insurance. If you're dealing with low energy, low motivation, weight gain, muscle loss, fatigue, you're tired all the time, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling moody, you're irritable, those are symptoms of low testosterone. Get it treated by going to lowtusa.com and working with Mentality. I went out there and I saw them and I was in and out within 15 minutes. The staff is super friendly. And it's very informative to find out about your testosterone. The normal range for testosterone is large. If you've been to a doctor and they told you that you were normal without understanding the range or testing your free testosterone, it wasn't fully looked at. Come get checked with Mentality. Testosterone therapy helps men regain normal function and restore their ability to perform normally at all levels. It is lowtusa.com. That is Mentality. Online at lowtusa.com. Doug, can you tell us about our title sponsor, whose name is Ryan Kelly?
Well, Ryan would like to help you with a cash-out refi, help your finances. If you've been in your home for a few years, you know you've built up some equity. Ryan Kelly, the home loan expert, can help you redo your loan and borrow money at the same time. If the past couple of years have wreaked havoc on your bank account, the home loan expert can help you refinance your current loan and get money to get rid of credit card debt and get yourself back on your feet. The home loan expert's average client received more than $45,000 in cash at closing with a simple cash-out refinance. And when you work with Ryan Kelly, he will restructure your loan so you won't make mortgage payments for a few months. That's a relief we could all use right about now. It's all over the news. Inflation out of control. Everything costs more, from gas to groceries. A cash-out refinance with the Home Loan Expert can put money in your pocket to ease the pain you're seeing at the cash register. Let Ryan Kelly, the Home Loan Expert, help you with a cash-out refi so you can get the cash you need no matter what the reason. Find out more about this program at thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you so much, Ryan Kelly. Thank you. The fellow they call Sir Mortgage.
1 hour from now, we will have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. That comes up at the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Catch the game in a pint at one of their 2 locations in Sunset Hills and downtown. Right now, in the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour, we have clips from last night's Manning cast. Anybody watch the Manning cast?
No.
Sounds like nobody did.
No, I didn't.
Eli and Peyton, they had Bill Burr on. He was the star of the show. And he kind of made an observation regarding sports media and the Manning brothers. Take a listen if you would, Doug.
Okay. Hit the lever, Plowsy.
Is it the Bill Burr one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I was opening it up. I want to make sure. Sorry, Tim.
Well, I didn't know I gave you nightmares. You said that Eli did. Now that you're face-to-face with him, anything you want to get off your chest with Eli?
No. Those are long ago. Those were brutal. They ripped my heart out, but, fortunately we had some luck a few years ago. But when they won on the first one, the helmet catch, the drop kick, the missed sack, I was like, it wasn't our day. But when Eli did it again, I had to be like, all right, this guy's a gangster, man. He just is. You deliver, dude. The biggest moments, like I don't remember it. Thank you for that highlight. Thank you. Can you cut to me crying on the couch now? No, dude, you were, you were amazing quarterback, and the New York media should have treated you better. You beat Belichick and Brady twice, and they would still come after you in the dumb New York Post. What is that like, by the way, to be an elite athlete and have people that out of shape questioning your abilities? That's got to be difficult week after week.
Yeah, you wonder if...
Do you think you could have done something else as he's eating a powdered donut?
Doug Bill Burr observing the irony.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it is
of
hard.
the Take Smith world.
We do have a terrible industry.
Mm.
It's funny how I bash people that could just whoop my ass in one punch and are extremely talented athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got done with a powdered sugar donuts, and I'm on my apple pie now.
Yeah, imagine how hard it is as a manager or head coach to look out over a sea of nerds questioning everything you've ever done.
Sea of nerds.
Or just a superstar athlete and have people who've never played the game at all, don't really have much of a clue, questioning and criticizing you. It's got to be hard not to snap at it.
Welcome to my world.
What did Howard Cosell say, Doug? Garbage?
Human garbage.
Yeah, how's it your world?
Well, the trashing part.
What do you mean?
Well, I read one this morning. I mean, that's an everyday occurrence when I...
What are you talking?
You're comparing yourself getting trashed to elite athletes and NFL head coaches and major league managers?
Kind of.
Here comes
No, we're
the
on the wrong
package.
side of this. We're the nerds who are criticizing those who are in the arena actually performing. We're on the wrong side
But
of
you're
it.
saying you can relate to Eli and Peyton Manning because RL 702 is critical of your picture of the reflection of the fire extinguisher.
Well, a lot of, not just him. That's one I just pointed out today. I mean, I'll point him out every day if you want to do a segment.
Doug, would you like to do a segment on Iggy's
No,
Facebook
I'm
and
not talking
Instagram?
about people that just bust each other's chops, regular old Joes just busting each other's chops. That's what this is. I'm talking about people that accomplish nothing in the sports world, constantly critical of people that have managed to make it to the top.
Again.
Jesus.
Okay.
Now I get where you're coming from.
Well, it's humble of you to admit that.
Yeah, it would be hard. You have to have thick skin, I would think.
Yeah.
Make it about me. Make it about me. Absolute D-bag. Off yourself, you human cruncher chip.
Oh.
Who
The
said that?
314.
That's not nice.
Here they come
I
again.
had an opportunity to go into the NFL and didn't. That was the only chance I had to go in and didn't go. And when I take a pay cut to go, which was hard to do at that time.
That's our industry.
A lot in common.
That's our leader. That's the guy at the top.
He is our head coach.
Mm-hmm.
We take instructions from him.
That's the guy who's
His
doing it so
former
well.
partner, Doug, was on the Jimmy Traina podcast. You listen to the Jimmy Traina Sports Media podcast?
I did not know.
Mad Dog. And he, on the podcast, got worked up, as you might be surprised to hear.
Your take that The Sopranos is not a Mount Rushmore television show is the worst take of your entire Hall of Fame career.
You guys are crazy with that.
And that's
I love
it.
The Sopranos. Love it. I mean, by the way,
Rolling
those
Stone
shows-
just named it the #1 show of all time.
Another thing. And you know what they put I Love Lucy 37. Now, how the hell could you put I
Okay,
Love
that's bad.
Lucy?
That's bad.
I mean,
That's
so
bad.
I can't. They put All in the Family 22, and they put Good Times and other shows ahead of All in the Family, and they put Mary Tyler Moore 10, and they put Archie 22. And if it wasn't for All in the Family, there wouldn't be Mary Tyler Moore, because they put Mary Tyler Moore in her second year on the same night All in the Family was to get the ratings boosted up, which is exactly what Archie did. Yet somehow Mary Tyler Moore is 10 and All in the Family is 22. That is a freaking disgrace, and you know that.
Who cares?
How could you get worked up over somebody's list?
He gets really worked up over like late 60s TV.
What's the name of that podcast?
The
Jimmy Traina.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated media guy. Okay. He's a great Twitter follow.
And I get The Sopranos, so newsflash, I'm about to bash it, but I do respect it. There's too many therapy scenes for me to make it a top 2 or 3 show.
You wanted more whackings, more violence?
No, the plenty of violence, and the characters are gold there. There's no question that they casted that show absolutely perfect. But when I have to fast forward through a lot of those sections of the episode because it's talking to a therapist, and I get some of those make sense for the episode, it just I can't put it up there. It's certainly a top 5 show of all time.
Well, I've said
Can't
that
put
many
it there in the
times.
top 2 or 3.
Melfi is, she played a part.
Dr. Melfi.
That her name? Okay,
She played a part because it kind of gave Tony's mindset of why he did certain things. But then when you have Melfi and her son, scene with them going to their therapist, my mom's never home enough. Go with that, Chase. Go with that. What do we care about these two going to a psychiatrist?
Calm down.
And then she goes and sees Bogdanovich. That's her therapist.
Right.
It's just too many therapists. I'm with Pelosi.
The only thing that really separates that show from an all-timer is a lot of dead weight episodes of just therapy talk. When I'm looking for whackings,
Yeah. Well, what would you put better than The Sopranos?
I got Breaking Bad as my all-time, and I have Handmaid's Tale number 2.
I tried, Pelosi. I tried.
No, I get it. It's not for everybody. I don't know. I'd have to really dig deep for that. But Sopranos is number 5 for me. And it's a great
Didn't even
show.
make the Mount Rushmore.
Well, it made it top 5, which is fine.
Okay. I've never seen The Handmaid's Tale.
It's not for everybody, trust me.
Why do you say that?
I mean, it's just not for everybody. It's very intense.
I tried to go back and watch Better Call Saul. I made that through a couple of seasons.
Don't
I
like it?
Just kind of bogged down on it.
Really? Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, if you would just get through a season and a half. And I get
I'm
that. I get
well beyond that. I'm well beyond a season and a half.
And it doesn't do it for you? I haven't watched it, so I can't. I'm curious though with your.
Oh, season 3 through season 6 is the best television. But I agree, it starts slower. That's why I think Breaking Bad is better.
Yellowstone is something Anna Marie and I are currently watching.
Really nice.
Fan of that?
Yeah, I didn't like last season how
many seasons are there, brah?
I think is there 2? Am I correct? I think a third is coming up.
I feel like there's 4.
Or the start of this season in terms of how great of action it was. I mean, it was intense. And then it literally teetered off to almost no action through 8 episodes.
Is that Kevin Costner?
It is.
Yeah.
Season 5 comes out in 3 weeks.
Is that
Season 5 of Yellowstone?
Mhm.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Premieres on November 13th, 2022.
Wow.
What channel?
Paramount. Or Peacock.
So I got to have another $5 a month subscription?
Paramount is worth it.
It really is. And so Yellowstone is great. I just thought the first episode of season 4 was so insane good. It's hard to continue 6, 7, 8 more episodes of that. But
So season 4 was bad, is what you're saying?
No, not bad. It's just I expected a lot more from what episode 1 was. It's like they bundled up all of their action and sick, intense moments in one episode, and then
it was
kind
the
of had
first
a
episode,
dialogue.
and then it died down.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's usually the other way around.
Yeah.
Builds up to that.
Yeah, but it's a great show. 1883 is better, but a lot less action. It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
have to
that
watch
spin-off.
some of these in a hurry because I see Netflix says they're going to crack down on family sharing passwords.
They'll never do that.
Why? It's costing them billions of dollars.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a good idea because I don't pay for mine.
Yeah, that's where I am too.
Well,
That's what they say they're
Netflix
going to
is
do.
one of the cheaper ones out of what you get for it. I think it's still only like $9.95 a month.
Yeah, but people everywhere are sharing the passwords with friends and relatives who live other places.
Rather just have the Hulu style. I know it's annoying, but just add automatic 1.5-minute ads every 30 minutes, and let
That's not
everybody
bad.
use it.
Oh, it's brutal.
It is brutal. No, Jackson, I'm with you. But
I'll,
if you're gonna crack
I'll watch a 30-minute episode of Atlanta, and I have 10 total minutes of commercials. So that's a third of my viewing experiences. Like, and it's always in like the best scenes. Like, it's just an intense scene, and I gotta watch a Downy commercial.
Oh, nice. Downey's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no beef with the detergent, but I'm watching Donald Glover get in his bag. I don't need to watch that.
Are there some
nonsense.
detergents you do have a beef with?
Yeah, like Snuggle, for example.
I've had it with Tide.
No, I got these Tide Pods. They got a little Downy in them. Ooh,
Yeah.
my clothes come out smelling like a bundle of daisies.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Guys, I sent a DM to Iggy about 6 months ago when you guys were discussing Yellowstone. I told him where he could watch it because no one on the show was sure, and then he proceeded to block me a week later for nothing. That's from the 618. Iggy, do you remember this?
Well, I don't know who you are. So if
618.
If I have you blocked, I can't go look. But if you told me that 6 months ago, you think I remember now where Yellowstone's at?
If 1883 is better, why did it only last one season? Oh, is that only? It was only one season and done? Is that right? I know nothing about it. I just know that the show exists or existed.
It just came out last year, the first season.
Jackson, you're usually our expert on this. This is you own goodorbad.com.
That's right. I'm not well versed in the Yellowstone 1883. Is 1883 with Sam Elliott?
Yes.
Yeah, I like
Who
that
I
Sam
love.
Elliott.
Yeah, dude, they're coming out. It looks like with a season 2.
Yeah, well, it's a new show, right? So
Yeah, it just came out last year. So
right,
like,
so it's you know, season 2 is probably on its way.
Yeah,
Unless it was a limited series, which I'm more of a fan of. I like shows that just go one season.
Yellowstone is trash. It's pretty to look at. Costner's a crap actor, and his character arc's about a guy who needs to have a better relationship with his livestock than his family.
I think that's part of the storyline. So what's this guy's favorite show? And again,
let's see. That's from the 314. Call in, and you can tell us your favorite shows. 6369004 TMA. Steve Schmidt, North County phone lines.
Probably puts Casablanca as his top 4 movies. It's so nuanced.
Do you guys regularly watch anything on the main networks?
No, I
They
could
used
really
to
get
be-
rid of this whole thing with Bailey's is what tripped me up because I'm paying for YouTube TV and Bailey or Spectrum.
YouTube TV is great, but I don't have like a network show. Dude, literally,
I'm just wasting money. It's like Iggy with Cable America.
CBS should literally change their name to NCIS. Like their promos are literally NCIS Hawaii following NCIS. Like it's literally just a bunch of, like that to me is so the laziest form of television. You can literally have 500 NCISs because you could put them in Topeka, you could put them in Memphis, you could put them in Chicago. Like that to me it means nothing.
Well, like network television shows are so much more limited to what they can do than streaming services. You know, streaming
True.
services can make whatever they want. They don't have to go by research or this person has to be there. Like so much more room to do what you want, and it's so much more creator friendly on streamers that network TV is kind of gone by the wayside.
There's 6 NCISs, if I'm not mistaken. 6 of them. It's the same show in a different city. Like, what are we doing? So that's one of the reasons I cut network television off. But I still watch random in the afternoon. I'll watch King of Queens and, like, you know, things like that.
I watched live television, live sports, Monday Night Football last night. Joe Buck joined Scott Van Pelt following the Patriots' big loss to the Bears last night. And Troy Aikman and Joe Buck talked it over with SVP. Let's see what they had to say on Sports Center.
Hit the lever.
Cleveland, Halloween in Cleveland. I'll be the bald-headed late-night cable host. You ready?
All right.
All right.
We'll be 2 overpaid announcers for Halloween. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll have fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just waiting for my contract to be up, my guy. Just waiting for the contract to be up.
We're gonna wear the yellow jackets next week. It's gonna be hilarious. Just
super duper.
SVP looking for the bag.
Doug, SVP's looking for the bag?
Yeah, that was kind of weird that he brought that up, right?
Well,
I know he's just joking, but
probably saw Joe Buck get $100 million. Probably saw Troy Aikman get $100 million. He goes, okay.
Is that what they got? $100 million?
Right?
I'm sure I got something like that. Joe got 75.
Oh, okay.
Per reports. You never know if that's accurate.
Wow.
People just go along with it as if those numbers get released.
Yeah.
Send their W-2s to
Not the way it
Forbes
works or
magazine.
whatever. People are like, I got my money. I don't really care. Write whatever you want to write.
That's outrageous money to call a football game.
Yeah,
we call a football game.
Well, Charles Barkley getting $100 million. He's not even calling anything. Granted, he's a superstar. Whatever he touches turns to gold on TV.
But if he quits, they lose their advertising revenue.
Yeah.
And that's the juice.
Yeah.
Knowledge. Tupac, Omar Epps. Who else was in that, Doug?
I don't know.
Was it Cindy Wilson? Was she in it? Did you say En Vogue or On Vogue?
I say En Vogue.
En Vogue?
When I watch sports, most of the commercials involve either Charles Barkley, Shaq, or Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
That seems to make up about 50% of the commercials I see.
Steph Curry's all over, too, now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
TNT, we'll have TNT action tonight. You get to watch some Chuck and Shaq and all them tonight.
Well,
Tuesdays
I
with
could.
TNT.
What game is on?
Pelicans Mavs is your kickoff, and then Warriors Suns.
Forget about that Pelicans Mavs matchup. Pelicans dealing with some injuries.
Yeah, they got
Pelican
Williamson
basketball.
and Ingram are out. So
Pelicans come home.
Amen.
Boy, I love that. I'd become the world's biggest Pelicans fan.
Would you?
Instantly.
Jackson said on 101 that he traded the Blues for an NBA team.
Oh,
and it
no,
was-
he did not.
100%.
Did you
Wouldn't even
actually
think
say
twice
that?
about
Did
it.
not.
Seriously, wouldn't think twice about it.
It's when things went awry for Balloon Party,
bet. I'm
despite
surprised.
winning all the awards that we do.
I'm
It's
honestly
crazy.
surprised you survived that take.
Honesty in media, man. I'm not going to lie to the people. That would be an insta-call for me.
Oh, my God.
You said that on the station that is the voice of the blues.
I'm aware what I did.
That might be why Kerber came at you last week.
Could
What
be.
time's he on today? 10:15, 10:45?
10:45. We're trying to. He has something to do that might go to 11. So
He's back from Manitoba.
touch and go on that. But yeah, hopefully 10:45.
Like, how long's a flight to Winnipeg from St. Louis? What do you think? 3 hours?
Probably no more than that. Yeah.
You ever done any Winnipegging?
No, it's almost due north, right?
Is it?
Well,
That's
a little bit
northwest.
west. A little bit west of
Why
Minnesota.
don't we do a remote?
As you can guess, there's not a lot of direct flights from St. Louis to Winnipeg, Canada. So I'm getting a lot of connecting flights that are going about 11 hours.
Well, I'm trying to fly somewhere in between Christmas and New Year's. We'll be off that week, for the record. And yeah, holy crap!
The whole week we're
I'm
off?
trying to book for D.C., and I think we've decided to drive.
Are you going to Washington?
We're going to go to D.C. for a couple days right there at New Year's to see Madison's sisters.
Oh, how about that?
It's expensive. And
We're
hard
off
to
that
find.
week?
I believe that's going to be the plan.
Yeah.
It isn't finalized, but I believe it's going to be the plan.
No, because that's when I took my vacation.
Well, we'll be taking vacation.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm heading to Florida again.
You going in between Christmas and New Year's?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tampa?
Yeah.
And have you booked your flights?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God bless. When did you book
God,
your flight?
lucky.
That's a sharp move.
A month or two ago.
Real sharp move.
Dude,
You're a
we
seasoned
are-
veteran, sir.
Yeah.
God, I'm looking at it now, and it is. You go anywhere warm, or probably anywhere for that matter, not just warm, but forget about it.
Oh, our
It is.
D.C. flights, I'm like, wait, did I type in Montana instead of D.C.? I'm like, Jesus.
I might be going to Orlando for that week.
Ooh.
We'll all be in Florida. Maybe we should all hook up.
Yeah, let's all get together.
Just meet at the friendly confines. Even
Yeah,
though
we'll
I
meet
mean,
at the friendly confines.
I'll be in
Doug. We can just do
D.C.
like a couple practice shows.
We
I'll have to
fly
pay
right
for
into there.
We'll have to pay for another flight.
Take Allegiant, which flies right into Sanford.
If you can find an Allegiant flight, you go for it, because that's a fraction of the cost.
Well, I go to
usually.
Orlando. That's the only place.
Yeah.
Because my sister lives in Sanford, Florida. So the airport is like 2 minutes from her house compared to Orlando International.
How do you think Madison would feel? We get to D.C., we have lunch, and then I take a red eye
To do a
Orlando,
practice show at
and
the
do
friendly
go to
confines.
friendly confines for lunch, and then
Just
go
to
back.
polish up your skills a little bit.
Tim, flights to Paris in March for $700. You could finally make your maiden voyage to Europe. We could double date. Thanks. That's from Bobby Tejas.
Oh,
I don't know if now, with an 8-month-old and a 5-year-old, is the best time to leave.
probably wouldn't be a great time for a 10-hour flight. Not
I'm
the
sure
best.
Aiden would love to go to the Louvre.
Yeah,
No.
we'll probably have to hold off.
Unless you
on
can
that
leave them
for
at
a while.
home and go with just you and
Think
Edward.
so? Would you mind taking care of them?
No, I'm busy. Would you look at the time? I'm not expecting a phone call also.
That's what Jennings. That's why
Mhm.
Jennings couldn't be on Pepper
Right.
and Genie. Guys, I flew business class though. Thanks. That's from the Ilsada. I don't know what that means.
Me too. Was in the middle seat.
To Florida?
I don't fly in the middle seat.
Look at
I won't
Jackson,
do
Morton
it.
Watkins.
I'll leave.
You will not fly.
If it's longer than like an hour and a half, I would really not like the middle seat. I really can't get comfortable.
But it'd be a much bigger hassle to say, no, I'm not going on this flight. Book it again and wait. And
Because I'm always Southwest, so you kind of got to fight to the death for the seats.
Yeah, you just got to bury your elbows into your side, and hope that you don't get one of the walruses on either side of you. That's all you can do.
I'm fine with like whoever's, but like I, as you guys know, have an active prostate, and so aisle seats ideal, because I hate being the guy who's like, hey,
yeah,
and I'm too tall to just like slide past people.
You taking a shot?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you can make it to a 2-hour flight, can't you?
Oh, this guy has a really active prostate.
Really?
Yeah. At 24, man, it's going to be like when you're in your 40s and 50s using little wizards.
When I was in Chicago and played in the golf tournament, I took 10 pisses on the
Well, you're probably having booze.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't warm enough to see it piss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 10 different times I went pee. Yep.
In how long a period?
4.5, 5 hours.
Oh gosh.
I think it depends.
Wear a diaper, yeah.
Well, it's once you break the seal. Like once you go once, it just doesn't stop. But that's it's my life. I'd rather be hydrated and pee a lot than be dehydrated. It's my motto.
Well, unless you're on an airplane, I guess.
Right, then I will
just deal with a little bit of dehydration.
Sweat through it.
Guys, I had to fly to Green Bay for work a couple months ago and discovered the airport isn't far off from our Hooterville. There was a bass boat raffle in the lobby. Didn't see a dust-covered payphone bank, though. Thanks, that's from Alan. He's in Dadeville, observing the airports. Guys, I'm driving to Jacksonville proper for Christmas for a whole month. Let's do some tripping. That's from Flocky the Smurf.
Oh.
Maybe you could drive us down there. I mean, Jacksonville is close to Tampa and Jupetown, so, Doug, we could have him just drop us off.
Is it?
We're all getting the car.
Absolutely.
Well, Green Bay also has 100,000 people. St. Louis is a little bit more. But look at that overhead.
What do we got?
A little Green Bay right there.
Sky
No.
No.
In the summer, it's a cool place. In the winter, it's death itself. It's rough up there.
Guys, if you're sitting next to a walrus, it can be key because if you forget your neck pillow, you can rest your head on their man bosoms.
Oh,
Mr. Slade.
You guys ever have that where a guy falls asleep on you?
Oh,
I'll never do that. Like, that dude is waking up. You think I'm going to let you sleep, you smelly, old, sad, fat?
Oh.
KG in O-Town with an update. Hey, guys, I've touched base with Sky Bree. I'm still waiting to hear back. Gotta think she'll wake up and go directly to her DMs any second now. It's KG in O-Town, so he is working on it. I like this.
Okay. So touching base means you sent her a DM on Twitter.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of sitting next to bad people, I was on a flight once, maybe coming back from spring training, where there was a young girl next to me, and she had a big handbag, and she put her bag underneath the seat in front of her, and then put her feet in front of my seat, my leg room.
You say something.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She put her, she couldn't get her feet because she had a bag there, so she put her feet where my feet were supposed to go.
And what'd you say? So,
I didn't know what to say. I was so stunned by it.
Oh, no. Screw people, man. I hate people. I'm saying it immediately.
Human beings are bad people.
They're just terrible.
Just put your feet there, and if she complains, say, well, it's my footrest. Get out of here.
I didn't want to
say it nicely.
I would have just done a spread eagle, like crab style, and just sat there with, like, your feet above, like, the headrest, and just, you want to look at my grundle and smell my farts? Go for it, huh?
I don't think it was that serious. Whenever she did move her feet a little, then I would quickly get mine up and establish more ground in front of my area.
Yeah. Can people please keep their shoes on while they're in the air?
Guys, Ken says he's going to go on a trip every month just to fit in with the group. Just admit you're not going anywhere, and you're going to massage yourself in your garden apartment for the Christmas week to sad videos of Dillian Harper. That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
Yeah, probably. But I don't say it every month because I know I'm taking a vacation after Thanksgiving in December. So
where are you heading?
I know that I wouldn't say it every month. I said I might go to Orlando.
Or maybe a state vacation.
You're going to Orlando on Christmas.
Well, one of those two. No, Thanksgiving I usually don't go anywhere because I'm here for Thanksgiving. Christmas I can leave like the day after Christmas, and I still have that whole week.
Boy, if you haven't booked a flight, bruh.
Allegiant's always there. You were being facetious, Jacksonville to Jupiter, right? Being close.
No, yeah, Jacksonville's basically Georgia. There's still a lot of meat on the bone once you get to Florida.
I love
Georgia line.
I love Jacksonville. Went there to play Sawgrass. Not close to Orlando. I think it took us a little over an hour to get there. It was worth the drive playing Sawgrass, but I like the Jacksonville area. It's nice out there.
Mm-hmm.
Go right past St. Augustine, see the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Right.
Doug, sitting first class and foot space is not a problem. That's from the Worsen with Wacko.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I understand that, unless the person next to you is putting their feet where your feet are supposed to go.
There's a guy that flies Southwest everywhere and talks about first class.
Worsen with Wacko?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were on the side of the Worsen with Wacko.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
I thought that was
war
Licks.
with Mr. Licks.
I thought that was Licks. Sorry, Worsen with Wacko. I believe you.
Don't most of us fly Southwest if we can?
If you live in St. Louis.
It's not your only option.
Dude, I drive, man, and I get it. I don't have kids, so it's easier. So I understand before people bash me for wanting to drive. It's easier. You know, I can knock out 10 hours of driving just fine. We can make it to D.C. in one day. I mean, it's...
Doesn't that just wear you out, though?
But you could fly there in like 3 hours.
Yeah, but honestly, like, it's 3 times as much to fly.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much now. I mean, gas is going down a little bit now, and with...
And you got to figure money to stop and eat 2 or 3 times.
Dude, you should see the snack bag I bring for trips, bro. It's like we have 8 like, if you open it, you would think we had, like, 8 kids, like, somewhere running around. Oh, yeah, we pack our snacks.
Guys, this was just said on the show. Iggy, I'm going on a vacation after Thanksgiving. Doug, where are you going? Iggy, well, I might go to Orlando. So much for knowing what you're doing. That's from King Fupa.
I thought we were talking about a Christmas vacation. Didn't you say that we're all taking the week off after Christmas?
Yes.
So why would I have said Thanksgiving?
So you're not taking vacation on Thanksgiving?
Yes. Week after Thanksgiving and the week after Christmas.
Where are you going?
I'll probably sit home and jerk to Dillian.
Oh!
That's probably what I'll do. How about that? Or Sky Bree now.
Holidays.
So you hit it off with Sky Bree, maybe.
That's your
She is going to
plan?
join us in the 9 o'clock hour with the work
Is
of
she
KG
really?
and O-Town. Oh, he's working on it.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like getting porn stars on early in the morning. That's
Allegiant, December 26th, January 2nd flights are $245 there and $290 back. I'm guessing Ken is going to spend the holidays in Maryland Heights. That's from Flip Wilson.
Yeah.
Where is
That's
that
not bad.
to? I know. Where? Yeah,
500 round
compared
trip.
to what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'll take that. I'll jump on that.
What? Yeah. What is the?
I don't think you could drive for that.
To Orlando? Well, it's flying.
Is
No,
that
that's-
Orlando?
It's flying into Sanford.
Each way,
I
that's
love flying out of that
530 total?
airport.
Yeah, so do I.
You've flown out of that airport?
You
Many
not to
times.
Yeah,
Orlando.
isn't it the greatest?
When I go to Orlando, that's where I go.
I just became hip to it this year. I'm behind.
Yeah, there's like 2 gates. You can't even get
Oh,
lost.
it's the
It's like
greatest.
left or right.
God Almighty.
And the cars, you park it right there, and there's always I had a security guard that, because I was still driving my hoopty, and I said, "Could you do me a favor?" I said, "I'll give you some money. Just, are you going to be here all week?" He goes, "Yeah, I watch evenings." I said, "Can you kind of start my car like once a day, just let it
You
run
gave
for
him
about
your
5
keys?
I gave him my car keys, and he started my car for me. I gave him $25 when I came back, and cause if my car wouldn't have started for a week straight, there's no way the thing would have started.
You ever think about getting a new battery?
Well, it's not the battery; it's just the car was old.
Well, but
My
the
guys
thing
at
that
Sky-
starts the car is the battery.
My guy at Sky Park did that for me too. When I went to we went to Florida for spring training, I said, "Can you start my car every day?" And they did.
Dude, I remember we came back from Disney World, and it was like, you know, you park a car at the airport. We're gone for like 10 days, and we came back to one of those like late 90s, just absolute snowstorms of a century. So it takes us like 3 hours to get like 30 miles. We get home and our pilot light is out. I mean, we're in the middle of the country, like we barely made it out there. We have a pilot out, so we had like basically like a whole day and evening of just no heat right after a vacation and driving. Oh,
Can you light the pilot light yourself?
I
Sure
not
you
at the
can.
time I couldn't, but yes, I can now. It's
It's
scary.
oh yeah, you think
It's
the whole thing's going to blow up in your
scary,
face.
bro.
Yeah, this will be the end of me.
Lighting a little paper towel on fire. Good. I was like, this is just not. Doesn't seem right.
No.
Yeah, I was thinking that because how pissed my parents were about that whole situation.
You should have called Seth Goldcamp with Design Air. He'd have come out and lit
He's
that
so
damn
Quick, fast, in a hurry. He's
He's
the best. He's
amazing.
online at designairservice.com. Engineer Design Facilities is online at edf-rg.com. EDF's Fire Division is now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. EDF can handle all your company's security and surveillance needs, from surveillance cameras to access card readers to facial recognition software and everything in between. It's Engineer Design Facilities. If you are in charge of your company or place of business, commercial fire alarm panel and system. Email fire@edf-rg.com. You can also check them out at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. Jackson, can you tell the people about Mark Hanna of Evergreen Mobile Strategies?
Absolutely. Mark Hanna, he's the best. I mean, he really is. It's incredible when you work with him. A bunch of us have worked with him. I know I've worked with him. Doug's worked with him. Prod Joe's worked with him. A ton of our listeners worked with him. And I think I can speak for all of us when I say that working with someone like Mark Hanna is the key. It's the key. If you're trying to save money, if you're actually trying to learn how to save money, you get in touch with Mark Hanna. It doesn't matter what you're saving up for. It could be retirement. It could be a family vacation during the holidays. It could be your kid's college fund. There's so many different things to save for. Mark Hanna can help you and guide you through all of that. All with a phone call. You get on the phone with Mark. You get off the phone. You're like, man, I'm in such a better position than I was just a half hour ago before this call started. So if you don't have anybody, if you just throw money into a savings account, get in touch with Mark Hanna today. I implore you to get in touch with Mark Hanna today. If you already have somebody, consider making the switch over to Mark, because he really is the best in the business.
There it is, 314-889-0503, or go online at evergreenstl.com. This week, our Friday night is Pizza Night partner is JJ Twiggs, Southampton. 20% off for TMA listeners when you call there and let them know you are a Ryan Kelly Morning After listener. JJ Twiggs, Southampton, tonight through Sunday. JJ Twiggs. And we are approaching the holiday season, and Sound Story is the absolute perfect gift to give or receive for the holiday season. Go to mysoundstory.com to book an interview with me, with Doug, with Jackson, or with Learn of KC95. Or you can just get a gift certificate and give it at Christmas, and now it is taken care of, and your holiday shopping is wrapped up, and you have a gift that not only you will love giving or receiving, generations after you will love listening to as well. It's Sound Story at mysoundstory.com, and think about it. We'll take a commercial break, come back with our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, including the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day at 9:45. Jackson and I will be joined by Chris Kerber coming up in Balloon Party. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios. There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom, like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the herd. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear what you can't make for yourself, or a man doesn't know his worth until he's eye to eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that is perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise and pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that's always a great time to gather at Rosalita's. Why not start off with a happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m.? Enjoy happy hour specials, including $3 off of appetizers like the wildly popular Carne con Cerveza, marinated steak cooked to order and served on a sizzling skillet. The patio is heated and covered, plus Rosalita's offers live music on Thursdays and mariachi every weekend. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. Remember sitting around at parties in the 90s, singing along to all the current alternative rock songs?
Wanna go for a ride?
Even when you didn't know the words? Well, you can relive the magic when Smashing Pumpkins come to town with Jane's Addiction, Tuesday, November 1st at Enterprise Center. And you can do it for free. Just log into the TMA app or at TMASTL.com and enter the contest. Smashing Pumpkins, November 1st at Enterprise Center. Tickets on sale now. Find out more at TMASTL.com. The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now now at tmastl.com.
With the fall's cooler weather upon us, we hope you'll let Lime Concrete Block help you with all of your landscaping projects. They've been a locally owned and operated manufacturer since 1947, priding themselves on their quality of their products and the customer service they provide. Lime Block offers a complete line of fireplaces, outdoor living kits, decorative retaining wall blocks, ready-mix concrete, masonry block, as well as concrete parking curbs and air conditioning slabs. Please visit their showroom off South Broadway at 326 East Courtois or visit them online at limeblock.com.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Nothing says barbecue like Naven's Barbecue. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a family gathering, Naven's Barbecue has an extensive menu for any palate. From slow-smoked Texas-style brisket to award-winning smoked chicken wings. All Naven's Barbecue is wood-smoked, and all their meat is from local and regional farmers. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook for daily specials and holiday meal packages. Stop by their location at the intersection of Grand and Arsenal in South City today for the best barbecue in the STL. Online at navensbbq.com. That's NAVINSBBQ.com.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's Sports Talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience. Now, back to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Doug, this is Steadfast Eyes by Cassie Moore, friend of the KG and O-Town podcast.
I recognize the singer. It's not really singing, though, is it?
Jackson says it's a banger?
It slaps.
It doesn't slap.
Oh, my God.
This doesn't slap.
I actually listened to it over the weekend.
You did?
I pulled it up on Apple
Without
Music.
having
Did you play it at my house in Columbia?
If they would have played it, they would have brought the house down. I would have been up. I would have been standing on the bar, topless, waving my head around, singing, "Our bed became our paradise."
How come every time you dance, you're topless?
It's just how it doesn't. It's not my goal going into it, but
it's where you wind up.
People want to see the nips, bro.
Cut that off.
Well, I know that's true of the barbecue.
That song is so
Weezer taught us that lesson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After. This is our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Plowhawk, Cassie Moore, Jackson. In the Michelob Ultra Studios. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today is coming up at 9:45. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Ken Strode is a new deal. He just signed a new contract, and it requires him to only do 2 hours, Doug. So
so he's gone on vacation.
And
No,
Chef
I guess.
Sam from JJ Twig Southampton is replacing him. That is the deal. Tommy Matter went out and said, let's find somebody new. Chef Sam is who is in.
Showed up, yeah.
Morning, Chef Sam.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Good, man. Thank you so much for coming in. And you also brought some pizzas, and if I'm not mistaken, there might be pepperoncini in there, Doug.
I think you might be right.
What do we have here, Sam?
Well, we got a thin crust margarita pizza, which is our olive oil and garlic-based pizza with fresh tomatoes and fresh basil, and of course we added some pepperoncinis for you.
Let's go, boys.
That's the way to do it. One of Alex's personal favorite pizzas. And then also we have a double-decker first date pizza, which is the Italian sausage, fresh mozzarella cheese, jalapenos, garlic, and onions. Perfect for a first date.
Oh, that is perfect for a first date.
Doug,
That
you
is
wanna go?
Optimal. Yeah, you
No,
go.
I'm
Did you just
not
ask him out?
available. No.
Is that an HR violation?
No,
Would it be an HR violation if we started dating each other?
I think we got to put
I think it would be.
We're going for
Ladies
his
and gentlemen,
hot.
Ken Strode is back. He has not signed the contract extension. There's pepper and genies on this pizza, Iggy, from Chef Sam. Chef Sam, I don't know if you've met Iggy.
I can take it off.
You can
take it off?
Take what off?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's
I-
there
it's
to
on the
eat.
pizza.
See,
You don't
I
like
am-
pepper and genies?
It's that and banana Dude, pepperoncini banana peppers are the most underrated pizza.
Yeah, how do you feel
topping
about
of
that,
all
Sam,
time.
as an actual pizza
Oh,
chef?
fettuccinis all day, man. Oh,
Thank
take
you.
that, Iggy.
Let's go. That's my favorite.
Sam has the voice of an FM DJ.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
you do.
Wow.
You got a
Have
nice
you ever thought
voice.
about
What's
getting
wrong
into the
with you?
radio
Yeah,
business?
well, I'm here now.
You're here? Okay.
If
yeah.
you don't have a
All right.
phone call, you could join Pepperoncini.
Iggy is taking the pizza? No,
I'm
he's...
taking the pepper and genie one at the bottom. Looking at the other one.
Okay.
Those are jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Can't eat either.
Oh
You
my god.
can't eat that either?
Iggy is such a baby.
I am a baby like that. I can pull those off too, though.
Do we have plates? I'll take.
Well, I don't know that's
Probably some
that
plates
was
in the
the
break room.
idea that they bring
That's
in
where
this
that picture was
pizza.
taken. That picture that you'll be seeing for generations.
Dive on in, man.
They go to the trouble of making this fabulous pizza for us, and you say, "Well, I can take all that stuff off." What the hell?
Well, look at me. I'm going dying.
Great.
That looks fire.
It's JJ Twigg, Southampton. 20% off this week for TMA listeners. JJ Twigg, Southampton. Doug, not just any JJ Twigg.
This is a specific one.
Thank you. Southampton.
Okay.
20% off for TMA listeners now through Sunday night. And then, Sam, you have an additional treat for the listeners. This is nice. Here,
Oh,
tell
yeah.
the people.
Just for you guys. TMA listeners only. If you know, you know. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so if you come in and you dine in and you order a pizza, okay, not only are you going to get 20% off, but if you take a selfie with your pizza, because, you know, like our double-decker crust, Al loves a good twist, okay?
Yep.
So the twist is you take a selfie with your pizza, you post it to the TMA fan page, and then, boom, you're automatically entered to win a $100 gift card.
Wow.
To JJ Twiggs.
What a treat that
And
is.
who doesn't want that?
Yeah,
we all
$100
do.
gift card. That's legit.
That is a perfect first date dish.
So now through Sunday, Sam, you
Tuesday
go
through
to
Sunday.
JJ Twigg, Southampton, take a picture of you having a pizza
Oh, yeah.
at JJ Twigg, Southampton, and you're automatically entered by JJ Twigg, Southampton for a $100 gift certificate
$100.
to JJ Twigg, Southampton.
You were saying a lot of TMA listeners have come down there to get pizza.
Oh, yeah, you guys are killing it.
Are we?
Nice, look at that. South
Well, we
City
want you to
Dirt.
kill it.
Oh, yeah.
I go there every time.
I do every day. I'll be
One.
going on.
Allowed, in the selfie contest?
Iggy is looking to see if he can get into the selfie contest. Sam, I don't know if you have the rules.
The guy who takes all the ingredients
Don't
off
hurt
the
to try.
pizza.
I'm banned because I don't like the pepper.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Take off the genies.
What's your favorite go-to since you're the chef? I'm curious.
Honestly, the first date is one of my favorites as well.
First date?
Oh, is
the
it?
sausage, garlic.
It's got some
onion
kick to it, right?
jalapeno. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a flavor, man. It's a lot of flavor in every bite on that pizza. Southside Pride, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I've gotten that
Can't go
Southside
wrong
Pride.
with the Southside.
What's on the Southside Pride for our
We
listeners?
got
not familiar with?
Italian sausage, pepperoni, onion, banana pepper, and bacon. That's
That's a
perfect
nice play.
Southside combination.
Oh, yeah.
What's your take on that? My favorite, because I like the thin crust, even though this with a twist is phenomenal. The Joya's is super good.
Oh, the Joya. You
Oh,
like that
my
sauce?
God. Oh, I can't get enough of that sauce. man.
Yeah, it's delicious. We make the sandwich sauce in house. We get our salami obviously from Joya's and throw a couple pepperoncinis on there,
Oh,
some
my
onions.
God.
Oh man,
So good.
Yeah,
I don't pick
pepperoncinis
anything off of that one, Doug.
It's this week at JJ Twigg, Southampton. 20% off, even if you're just picking up. And then, in addition, if you dine in and have a pizza and take a selfie and post it to the TMA fan page, so join the TMA fan page. Jackson, I went through it yesterday. I had some time yesterday, and I think I had went through and legitimized the accounts as much as we can. And I think I had about 50 people in. How about that?
Welcome, friends.
Yeah, welcome. So you can join the TMA fan page, post your selfie there, and you're automatically entered to win $100 to to JJ Twiggs, Southampton. Sam, thank you so much. You got a question, Plowek?
No, I
heard you make a sound.
I just.
Pizza was good, was it?
Moment of delicious. Oh, I did, yeah.
Moment of deliciousness.
I'm on piece number 2. I'm about to hit up that one, too.
Nice.
We're good.
Sam, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you to JJ Twiggs, Southampton. Friday Night's Pizza Night. Friday Night's Pizza Night.
Killed it.
Good to meet you, brother.
Thank you.
What a voice on this guy.
He sounds like Trace Adkins.
Like, dude, he could do voiceover work for days. For days.
I'm entered. Iggy is now entered by taking a picture of the clock. Thank you, Sam. That's Chef Sam from JJ Twiggs, Southampton. 20% off this week. Friday Night's Pizza Night. Friday Night's Pizza Night.
How they do the dough with the twist is
see
super
that,
unique.
Plowhawk.
Like it's.
I'm a double-decker guy myself.
See, I like both. I usually do a thin crust style because I feel like I can eat more. But this stuff is just perfect. The onions with the jalapenos and the Italian sausage. Oh, Nelly.
Pepperoncini and jalapeno for a first date. There will be mud.
But that's the thing.
Daniel Day-Hole Lewis stars in There Will Be Mud.
Great radio. Iggy hijacks with pizza and no one else talks. Dead air. That's from the 618.
There was a moment there where it was just murmurings.
We need that, though.
Well, it was good stuff.
Seriously, do not cross Chef Sam. The way he looked at Iggy when he took the ingredients off the pizza he whipped up. Man, Iggy better look over his shoulder. He's going to get his knees broken. That's from the retired air marshal.
Well,
Sam would
the pizza looked tremendous.
Shocking.
I can't help it. I don't like peppers.
Crust takes all the toppings off of pizza.
Not all. Peppers.
I don't know. I don't like. I find myself going less and less spicy as I get older. Granted, I'm only 33, but there's nothing better than a pepper on a pizza. And I know, Iggy, it's not for everybody, but that's just. I always will have either jalapenos, banana peppers, pepperoncinis. Yeah.
Guys, I get the vibe. Sam sounds like he has a massive hog.
Oh,
John.
come on.
It says John.
Look, I tend not to do like hog experiences with sponsorships.
Right.
Probably in the best interest of the business.
I would say so.
Think so.
Were you about to do one? Because it sounded like you were heading down that alley.
I was, but I was kind of getting confirmation from the group. But that answer pretty much wrapped that one
Well,
up.
I mean, at least it's a positive. It'd be like, yeah, I got the sense that our guest was not well hung.
Yeah,
that probably would be less than optimal.
Yeah, he ain't no simp cock, I could tell you that.
He ain't no simp cock is what I was
None of our sponsors are simp cucks.
I did
We
like
don't
the,
sell the
I
simp
did
cucks.
like the look that he gave Iggy almost immediately.
Wasn't happy to hear that he didn't like the ingredients.
Well, do you want me to lie? I'm going to try a piece of this because I love pepperoncinis and I love jalapenos.
Pepperoncinis.
I loved everything about that pizza except for the peppers. I would take the pepper off and just eat the hell out of it. But I wouldn't go there and order something that I don't eat. I would go there and order the double-decker every day. Yes.
You know, if you want to pick anything off, me and Madison found the move to put fresh jalapenos on a pizza.
Oh, yeah?
And cook it through and then take the fresh jalapenos off. Because those things have a kick more so than those things have a kick. And you just take them off and you already have that, like the seeds and the juices of the peppers without the actual pepper.
Well, the seed is actually the
hot
part.
Doug Trish Wolf has been listening to this conversation.
Oh, great.
My bad.
Not ideal, probably, candidly. Trish, good morning.
She's dropped us.
No,
hello, Trish.
I got her, sorry.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. We couldn't before because the wrong button had been pushed.
Always. You guys did that last week with like some short headphones or something.
Yeah, we're not good.
Same issue, Trish. My
Same
apologies.
issue week to week.
Hey, have you guys ever tried pickles on a pizza?
No.
Pickles on a pizza.
I love pickles.
Yes. Yeah, you got to do pickles on a pizza. Just pickles, nothing else. It'll ruin it. But every time I order that at Emo's, they look at me like I'm crazy. But then I start a trend. So, yeah, pickles on a pizza, that's the best.
I got to try that.
What do you like, the Buttercrisp?
Buttercrisp?
What the hell is that?
That's the name of a pickle, Buttercrisp.
Bread and butter.
Oh, I'm sorry, bread and
These
butter.
are just, what comes off of a cheeseburger. It's just a sliced pickle. Yeah.
Regular old pickle.
Kosher dills.
Oh, kosher.
Regular pickles. Yep. Bake that up on your Emo's pizza or the pizza. The guy you're just talking to, make him have you a pickle pizza.
Chef Sam, Doug.
We should.
You could have made my pizza for me. I love pickles.
That's right. Delicious. Yep. It's an acquired taste, but I think you'll like it.
Doug, we both read the Wall Street Journal because we are sophisticated investors. That's what we are considered. And I was reading yesterday, Trish, that now is actually an opportunity for people to buy homes if they are positioned to do so because of the way the market has changed so much. Man, I don't even know if I would say a year. I feel like it's been less than a year, but what is your perspective?
The market's kind of deceiving, because we all feel the shift and we keep seeing it in the news. And if anybody's in the market, you really are feeling it because, even just 3 months ago, the market was just so on fire. It was such a strong seller's market, multiple offers driving those prices just through the roof. As the market shifts, the buyers are actually starting to get a little bit of breathing room. And like I mentioned last week, actually the inspections are making a comeback. Appraisals are there again, because all of those things over the past 2 years have just been completely out the window. On paper, though, it really is still a seller's market, but it's just hanging on by a thread. So in a neutral market, I'll give you a little bit of history, but in a neutral market, you'd have 6 months of inventory worth of houses. And typically they'll sell for about 97% of that list price. Now, this is just overall. And usually you have about 10 days until that house would go pending. Well, through 2020 and 2021, we only had like 1 to 2 months worth of inventory, and houses were selling anywhere from the average across the nation was 3% above list, but I saw houses going 25% above list around St. Louis, and they'd go pending in 2 to 3 days. Last month, we still only have about 3 months worth of inventory, which is very, low, but homes are only selling for about 100% of list price. So that's where it's kind of coming down, and that's where buyers are starting to see a little bit of relief is we aren't seeing the multiple offers. You are on average maybe 5 days depending now. So that means that you've really got a little bit of time to make your decision. There are deals to be had out there. If you've got the right strategy and you're looking in the right places, there are some deals emerging from this market. So buyers are finally getting some of that relief that they were waiting for. And, I know that they are a little nervous about rates because rates have been like 6 to 8%, but that is normal. So I know we've been spoiled with the 2s and the 3s, but a 6 to 8% rate, that's really normal. So the sky is not falling; it's actually just normalizing. So they're right.
There it is, Trish Wolf with the Wolf Pack. Trish, how can our listeners find you?
Yeah, they can always find me on any of the social platforms at Trish Wolf Realtor. They can also find me online, trishwolf.com. And if you call me at 314-807-WOLF, I promise I'll answer the phone.
Thank you, Trish. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Trish.
Trish Wolf with us here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Once you get your home, get it insured with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I'll just scroll through, Doug. There's 295 reviews.
Oh.
James and his team are great to work with. They always get back to me quickly if I have a question and go above and beyond to ensure I'm getting the best possible rate. Couldn't recommend them enough. That is from Meredith Wilson on the Google reviews. And then I go right below that. James Carlton and his staff are the best at what they do. They are beyond helpful when it comes to covering my home and life. Their customer service is exceptional. I highly recommend them. That comes from Dwayna Dion. That is all at James Carlton State Farm Insurance Agent. You can read the Google reviews. CarltonInsurance.net, 314-961-4800. James Carlton is my insurance agent. I would like him to become yours as well. His staff is incredible, and you should think about that. Doug, Jim Nance is done, at least when it comes to the NCAA tournament. This will be his final four. That is Final Four.
I'm sorry to hear that because I've always enjoyed him. I've always thought he's very good.
He will continue to be the voice of the network's golf coverage.
Yeah.
He has the Masters and PGA Championship.
I see he's 63 now, and Ian Eagle's going to take over. And he wanted to do it the last year, I guess, because CBS does not have it next year, the Final Four. That's what I understood anyway.
He's so amazing, but does have one of the most cringy national championship calls. A couple of them are pretty cringy, but when UConn won, that was... They say you can't, but you can. And UConn has won the national championship. I think that's exactly how it was.
Oh, yeah, it was the Cardiac Kemba year.
Yeah.
Cardiac Kemba, was that 2009?
I don't know the years, Tim.
No, 2009 they beat Missouri.
Yeah. No, that was the Hashim to beat year. I want to say 2012 was the Cardiac Kemba year.
Because Jimmy Calhoun was coaching that team against Missouri.
And you got to start breathing out of your nose when you talk about this.
They say
you don't notice a difference?
but you can.
Jim Nance is just so smooth and seems so likable, and he makes it look so easy.
He could never do this.
Comfortable.
What he does with golf is
2011. Sorry.
Brilliant, and he doesn't do much, and that's the thing. Like you see a lot of golf commentators just talking and talking and talking. He kind of lets the golf do the talking and will come in when needed. Like he's spot on.
He puts his mouth where the golf is.
Love me some Jim Nance. But Ian Eagle isn't a household name, but he's good.
He's really
he's
Ian
really
Eagle's
good. At football, he's tremendous.
Ian Eagle.
It's hard to explain what he looks like because you'd be able to tell by the voice immediately.
His son also does broadcasting. He's like his son who's younger than me does stuff. Yeah, Ian Eagle's awesome.
Dude, he is so good.
I think Brian Anderson is great too.
Who?
Brian Anderson. He's the Brewers baseball announcer, and he did a lot of the network games. I think he's about the best going right now for baseball, for my money.
Isn't Ian Eagle the second team with Charles Davis?
Yeah, he was
behind Nance.
Yeah, he's with Charles Davis, or was last year.
I think he still is.
He's only 53.
Yeah, he calls Nets games on Yes and then does national stuff.
All right.
He's really, really good.
Is Marv Albert still doing any games?
No, I think he retired a year or two ago.
Can you imagine?
He was still doing them right up until recently. Had to be 80, right? Had to be.
Yeah, he was up there.
When college football had Musburger, Keith Jackson, and I know they still have good ones, but like the heyday of mid to late 90s, early 2000s, like that was the best.
Yeah. Don Crickey.
Every game had
I feel like every game I watch, Deuce McAllister's on the call. But
Boy, is he
I
ever.
watch Missouri.
You're getting,
That's the
you're getting
problem.
the 10th team there.
That's the problem of getting Steckel and Deuce.
Problem is you're watching all the crap games.
The Missouri Kentucky game has been
11 a.m.
Well, it's 11 a.m., which was what you would expect, but it's not even the ESPN 11 o'clock game. It's the I don't know what it is, but it's like I think it might be Dave Steckel again.
Oh, he's going to be one of the coaches for the Battlehawks.
The last time they had that was when they had the audio issues so bad that they were just talking, hot micing onto the air. Just like, hello, can anyone hear me? The sideline report is like, hello, can anyone hear me?
It's an SEC game.
And someone ran out of bounds, and Steckel goes, I can't hear a thing anyone's saying. And it just went on like that. They just kept it going.
That's when you know you don't have the premier game.
What do we got, the Mizzou game? Just send a Comrex. We're not sending a team. Just have them dial in.
Marv Albert is 81.
81 Bills.
And he retired at the end of the 2020 to 2021 NBA season.
Oh, so this is really his first year he hadn't done it.
I remember that they gave him like a gold basketball or something on his final game, and he was crying. It was really good.
Oh, I didn't know Keith Jackson passed.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
4 years ago.
Guys, it's nice that the Tigers' first Final Four championship will be Jim Nance's final call. That's from Joan Juts Cronin.
Can we talk about? And I love.
Careful now.
No, I love Dennis Gates, but was it accurate? And again, I could be wrong.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. And yes, he did say that.
What did he say? What? Doubling the NCAA tournament field. That's something that coaches and everybody else are talking about.
I had not heard anyone say that.
Can you imagine having 130 teams?
It's just one extra day, one extra weekend.
You talk about the regular season being meaningless. How many teams are there? There's 200 some Division I basketball.
That's one of the main reasons why I'm so checked out on college basketball.
If they do that, I'll never watch a regular season college basketball game again because it makes no sense because you're making the tournament.
I'm not into doubling it, but I am into extending it. Because some teams have their only option to get into the tournament is winning their conference tournament. So the whole regular season is just a seeding for their conference tournament. So I would like SLU last year was a prime example of a team that should be in the tournament, but they didn't have that one signature win. So I think 100 teams would be great, and then you give a bye to the 1 and 2 seeds, and so they don't have to play any extra games. I think there's an option for that.
My question would be, if you don't have a signature win, why should you be in the tournament?
Well, because you can still have a really good season without a top 10 win.
But you are trying to crown a champion. You're not just trying to dole out tournament bids.
Right, I hear what you're saying.
Played one good game against a good team.
I'm not into doubling it like Dennis Gates said, but I am into making it more teams so that some teams can get a chance. Because otherwise, like St. Peter's, they got in the tournament because they won the conference championship. Otherwise, they would have zero chance of getting in the tournament.
Well, either way they do it, people are going to complain, just like when they added the 4 of the play-in games. Because there's always 1 or 2 teams that are right on the bubble should have made it. Well, that 4, and then those go in. Those 3 teams probably should have been right on the bubble. They should have made it. Then we keep expanding until everybody's in.
Imagine they can't look people in the eyes and tell them they're not in.
Imagine saying, "Oh, Utah State, what a dangerous 22 seed." It's like, what are we doing?
Oh, I'd imagine all coaches be in favor of this because it takes them off the hot seat. Well, we made the tournament again.
Sure, it's like the bowl thing. You talk with older people about bowls, and I think that might be why it kind of becomes a thing. I mean, Jackson, let me ask you this: as a 24-year-old,
sure,
how do you view bowls?
Oh, right now they're totally meaningless to me. Like
all of your life, you have been part of the culture of there being a ridiculous number of bowls. But Doug, when you and I were coming up, when Missouri got to the Holiday Bowl in 1997, it was a huge deal.
Right.
In part because they hadn't been to a bowl in 13 or 14 years, but also in part because not everybody got to a bowl. And now, when Gabe breaks down Missouri trying to get to 6-6 to try to get to a bowl, you're going, God, how could a team that's sitting where this team is sitting and had to eke out a win over Vanderbilt be worthy of a bowl? But that is because there are so many. And so coaches, as you were just saying with regards to basketball, coaches love the fact that, well, we went to bowls. Now, it depends on what your program's expectations are. And, yeah, so I would imagine coaches would love to say, yeah, we're an NCAA tournament team. But then at that point, more than a third of the teams eligible for it in college basketball would be, in the NCAA tournament, if it were to double.
There was a time, those New Year's Day bowl games, like the Orange Bowl, it was must-watch
Fiesta
TV.
Bowl, oh my God.
Yeah,
Cotton Bowl was big.
When Mizzou played Arkansas in the Cotton Bowl, I was really into that. I do remember that. But that was like...
Yeah, but I mean, that was also a letdown because that was a team that was, left out of the Orange Bowl with whatever wound up happening there. That was this really strange thing. Like, I have no interest in the Missouri-Kansas thing. I think probably because we're on this side of the state and have no ill will toward Kansas, but I know if we were in Kansas City, we would feel differently. But like KU fans were rubbing that Missouri fans' faces, and had they beaten Missouri, they would be playing for the national championship, and instead they were excited about going to the Orange Bowl over Missouri. And I'm like, because if Missouri fans were doing that, I would have called it like I saw it there. What a strange thing. But yeah, Missouri beat Kansas, and they both had one loss, or I guess Missouri lost to Oklahoma twice, but played for the Big 12 championship, and so Kansas went to the Orange Bowl instead of Missouri. So I think for Missouri fans, a lot of people thought that was a letdown to play an Arkansas team that had fired their coach, I think, and also some of their guys weren't playing. So it was kind of a letdown relative to playing in at the time, BCS Bowl. Cotton Bowl was not a BCS Bowl at that time.
I went down there for that game
did you?
Channel 4.
Tony Temple.
Got lost on the highway system and drove all the way around Dallas once. It must have taken an hour and a half.
Was that Darren McFadden year?
It was Darren McFadden.
I believe so.
They had 3 running backs, Doug. Name the running backs.
Felix Jones.
Run
Felix
DMC.
Jones and Peyton Hillis?
Peyton Hillis was a tail end? Or was he a young... Yeah. You're right on Peyton Hillis. I didn't know if they were on the same roster together. Wasn't it 3 years ago that like a 6-6 team turned down a bowl bid, and so they picked the best 5-7 team? There was a team a couple of years ago, recently, that played in a bowl game that was under 500.
Oh yeah, because they didn't have enough to go.
That's That to me is the epitome of too many bowls.
I think there's
too many.
And Francesa has counted them. I think there's 41 or 42 bowls.
39 or 4. I don't know if he counted the BCS play-in. Like, you got to realize there are 4 games.
If everybody goes to a bowl, I don't care. It's fine. But my premise on it, the thing, because it's entertainment and it's the holidays, and many people are just sitting around if you live north. But my issue with it is it became a barometer for success based on a dated system, i.e. in the 1980s or part of the 90s, if you went to a bowl, it was an accomplishment. Now it's being used as a barometer for success. And you can schedule yourself to Louisiana Tech, Abilene Christian, and New Mexico State, and now you've got 3 wins. You can pay, should be able to anyway, for 3 wins. And then you can cross Vanderbilt off your list, and now you got 4. And so then if you can somehow win 2 of your conference games.
Or 1 if some other bowl team says they don't want to go.
Right. And that's my issue, and that isn't Missouri specific. It's just that is my problem with the coaches using it. So to apply it to the Dennis Gates discussion of doubling, fine, God bless, whatever. The college basketball regular season is, at this moment, Jackson's a passionate college basketball fan. God bless him. But the regular season has such little value to determining whether or not a team had a great year. The 2012 Missouri team had an incredible season, and that finished with a Big 12 conference championship in the tournament. But they lost to Norfolk State, and I think more people are going to remember that than 2012 did.
But if they do the math and they realize that, well, if we add one more round of tournament play to the NCAA tournament and we all make another $50 million, then that's probably exactly what they'll be doing.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. That's just where everything is. It's just, there's no stopping it. Why wouldn't you?
And that's why I feel it's hard for coaches to say no. I know there was that I think the team was 5-6 or 6-7, and they said no, we're not going. But it's hard for a coach, not just for his own, hey, I got to a bowl. We know you got to a bowl and you're 6-7. But there's money involved for whatever conference you're in. There's another month of practices you can have leading up to that bowl. So it's kind of hard for a coach to say no with the money involved.
Yeah, that's a reward for the players, like a vacation somewhere for
them.
Again,
I'm not saying anybody should say no. I want to make that clear. And if there are 100 bowls, I don't care. My premise is if it is used either by a coach or a program to say that the program is heading in the right direction because they scheduled 3 or 4, 2-foot putt wins, and then won 2 conference games and went 6-6, then say, well, going to bowls in a good season.
You didn't like Gary Pinkel saying, well, we go to bowls around here.
I'm a big fan of Gary Pinkel, but I'm not a big fan of that being used as a barometer. And even then, it was a different time with regards to how many bowls there are versus now. Let me tell the people about Tullamore Dew, because I know a lot of people are thinking about maybe pouring themselves a glass here on a dreary...
It's a good day to drink.
Yeah, this is the day to sit back and enjoy Tullamore Dew. Celebrate college and fantasy football teams' Tully touchdowns with Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. May your team be swift and their aim be true. May the refs be forever in your favor and your whiskey always. Tullamore Dew. Tullamore Dew, the original triple-blended, triple-distilled, smooth-sipping Irish whiskey made exactly for game day moments like this. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York. Please enjoy Tullamore Dew responsibly. And think about Stratum Structural Systems. Matt Ford and Brett Groman. It's Stratum Structural Systems. 314-620-8153. Go online at stratumrepair.com. Think local, think Stratum. Stratum Structural Systems, along with Design Air Heating and Cooling, receiving an award that only 11 businesses received. That is the Better Business Bureau Torch Award for ethics and customer service. Stratum received it. Design Air received it. Hundreds of companies were nominated, but only 11 won. That is an incredible accomplishment for 2 of our advertisers. Stratum Structural Systems. When you call Matt Ford, Brett Groman at Stratum, let them know you're a TMA listener, and you get $100 off your repair project. With rain like this today, if you have waterproofing issues, make sure you go to stratumrepair.com or call 314-620-8153. It's Stratum Structural Systems. And while you're there, you should think about it.
Yeah, I'll be thinking long and hard about that.
Don't think too long.
Dude, they have a Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
There's a Jimmy Kimmel Bowl?
Yes.
Where's that?
It's in Inglewood.
Oh, is it at SoFi?
It's December 17th.
So he's the sponsor?
It's in Pac-12 versus the Mountain West.
His show is the sponsor.
You have the Lending Tree Bowl.
You want to do a TMA Bowl at Francis Park?
Famous Idaho Bowl. The Gasparilla Bowl. First Responder Bowl. Camellia Bowl. I mean, Jesus. Cheez-It Bowl. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. It's my favorite. It's my favorite one.
Guys, I went to the Liberty Bowl in 1981 when Mizzou played Purdue. It was a blast, and it was packed. Today, I wouldn't go to Memphis for that same game. I guess I'm not a true son. That's from friends of Bert Convey.
Tony the Tiger Bowl in El Paso. Sick.
Guys, the Citrus Bowl versus Minnesota and Orlando is the biggest buzzkill end to a great season. That's from caller Buzz. Doug, that was following the loss to Alabama in the SEC championship game. I didn't feel like that was a great Missouri team, but they got to the SEC champion. I felt like the 2013 team was a great team. The 2014 team was a team that got to the SEC championship game kind of in a unique year. They lost to Indiana at home, but then went to the SEC championship game. I would imagine that's a first and only.
Would have been nice if they could have kept that momentum going a little bit. Contended for some titles, a few more years. You've just come close. Pinkel's retirement kind of ended all that.
Well, next year they'll go, and they'll win it all.
You think they'll win it all next year?
Yeah,
They do appear to be on that path.
I hope my goal would be that the basketball team and football team both win the championship in the same calendar year, but I'll accept, 14 months.
When you watched them steamroll over Vanderbilt Saturday, it made you wonder who's going to stop them at all next year.
I mean, that offense clicks, and when it clicks, it's almost like you're not watching anything.
I think you're being accused of something that you'll be able to refute. Why is the worn-out catcher's mitt posting pictures on the fan page while the show is on the air? That's from Hoosier Daddy. And I've been sitting next to you, and I don't see you posting anything on your
I posted a picture of Plowsy eating pizza when our
That's a sponsor thing.
Chef Sam.
When our sponsor was in here, and I said, am I eligible for the pizza $100 card since I just posted on the fan page? So, yeah, you caught me.
So are you eligible or not? Probably not.
No, and I did take a picture of our hedonism stay out sign, and I put that on Instagram, so how about that?
Damn.
That's content.
That counts as content. You're not a content creator.
Liberal definition.
That's content for our Instagram. Well, one of my Instagrams, I guess maybe it's not content, but
it's something.
Don't worry about what I do.
Don't stop worrying.
Seriously.
Stop just worrying.
It took like 2 seconds while Tim was doing a live spot. I mean, my God.
They're always watching you, aren't they?
It's not like, Iggy, what do you think? Don't bother me during the show. I'm taking pictures. That doesn't happen.
No.
I'm sorry, that don't happen.
No, you don't say it don't happen.
They'll understand it better that way. Hillbillies.
Look, our audience is called hillbillies.
That's what you think of our listeners? What percentage would really be hillbillies?
8%.
8% of the audience is made up of hillbillies?
Uncle Jed, can we go in the Cement Pond?
Let's go to Applebee's.
You got to get out of the city a little bit to become a hillbilly, don't you? You can't. Can you live in St. Louis County or city proper and be considered a hillbilly?
Yeah, you can take the hillbilly out of the city, but you can't take the...
Yep.
It's the other way around.
Three-pointer.
Other way around, I think. Yeah, it's blocked.
Women want to be like him, and guys wanted to be with him.
Just really strong. Just really strong.
That's an email time.
Yes, it is. It is time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today here in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Then Jackson and I are going to go down the hall, and we're going to be held accountable for the Blues' defeat last night.
Yeah.
As the team will not go undefeated in the 2022-2023 campaign.
Maybe next year.
And it is... I don't know if they will terminate anybody about it.
Yeah, blame that new goaltender.
Plowsy hit the nail on the head regarding Sam's Hog. It's like Uncle Skip's drinking buddy Tony used to say 2 things. Don't dip your pen in company ink, and whenever relatives hook up, somebody is going to get their feelings hurt.
Oh.
Boy, did I learn that one the hard way. Me and my cousin Bart were working in the Velvet Freeze at that big giant ice cream cone in the corner of Weber and Gravois when it happened. Up came driving a LeBaron convertible driven by a shirtless bronze god. He was like, I'm in the mood for some of that bubblegum ice cream, and put 2 scoops on a sugar cone. Then he said something that changed my life forever. Which one of you guys wants to lick the melted ice cream off my man belly? And that is why I will never forgive my cousin Bart for diving in front of me and giving that dreamboat slobber on his dauber.
Oh.
That's from Doug, and then the last name, probably Eastern European in origin, is Zlod.
Zlod, I believe it's pronounced. S-L-Z-O-A-D?
Z-L-O-A-D.
Z-L-O-L. Okay, Zlod. Doug Zlod. He's new.
Mr. Licks has nothing to hold his head down for except his mic drop didn't play that well, and he made a total ass of himself. Yikes, that was super awkward. Like Mike calling Nikki at 2:30 a.m. awkward. To make matters worse, he left that horrible mic drop, then begged Jackson to play it. He's a horse's ass for doing that. I recall Iggy spent the better part of the pandemic lamenting how he hadn't had sex since Gobble Bowl 2019. He openly solicited listeners' wives to come to his patio and see what happened.
No, I didn't.
You can't call Buck Swope a liar.
Well, I just did.
Oh.
amazingly was able to get a married couple to engage in an MMF in his bed while he got mouth play, and now he acts like it's the worst thing that's ever happened to him.
It is.
Because sink vomit aside, now he can't have a married lady over without her making it clear up front there is zero chance of sex, which is a problem because, like Lloyd Christmas, Iggy needs to believe he's got a chance of charming the pants off of his female guests and then doing all the work while he just lies there. Now, there's a specific married lady who Iggy won't let help with the cooking Facebook Live because the listeners will know who told Iggy up front he's got zero chance. Why don't our listeners want to have sex with us? That's from Buck Swope.
Buck Swope.
There's not one thing in that email that was correct. First of all, the lady's not married. And I didn't solicit anybody.
I thought her husband was with her.
I didn't solicit anybody that night. I got DMs from them.
But was the husband with her?
Yes.
So she was married.
Not the one I was talking about earlier. We said, now he's got a married lady that wants to come over, but no, she's not married. Why don't you pay attention?
Oh.
Better yet, quit emailing.
You want Buck Swope out?
Email all you want. I'm never going to vote for him. So you better be 2 for 2 to win email because I'm not.
I'm just going to come right out and say what everyone is already thinking. I miss the sound of Jackson's typing in the background of the show. It gave the program a certain feeling of importance. Like, even though a confused old lumberjack is talking about Kansas City's proximity to Arkansas, real journalism is still being conducted somewhere on the premises. It provided a nice little audible rhythm for the show. The typing sound also helped me stick to the beat as I pleased myself to the sound of Tim's velvety, smooth voice, kind of like a metronome for my right hand. And another thing, I need to set the record straight. I never said I wanted to lick A1 steak sauce off Tim's perfectly sculpted calves. I said I want to lick maple syrup off of my stepdad's flabby butt. Big difference there, bucko.
Hey.
I don't know who started that rumor, but if I find a fella, I'm going to pin him down and give his backside a good pounding as punishment for spreading rumors about me. Comes from the JV golf coach.
No.
P.S. It was me. I started the rumor, and I'm going to use my fist.
JV golf coach.
The moment I walked through the door, I could smell his colon.
Oh.
Like a fine French cologne. It playfully beckoned me toward him. I got down all fours and sniffed the seat of his pleated khakis. Yeah, that's what a man smells like. I ran my fingers up his blue Oxford shirt and whispered in his ear, "You ever gotten an entry in your exit, boy? I'm finna turn that brown eye blue."
Okay.
I thought that was a Crystal Gale song, wasn't it?
Yeah. Don't you think that brown eye blue? Something like that. He had long hair.
With that, we both simultaneously released our pent-up mud from the themed charcuterie board we dined on the previous night. It got everywhere, like that pottery scene in Ghost. It was romantic, and then we kissed. Thanks, Danny Tanner.
Oh, bad email. Danny Tanner. What was the first line there?
The moment I walked through the door, I could smell his colon.
I don't like the line. I don't like it.
Were you stationed, lived in, or held hostage at Cape Lejeune, Maryland Heights? If so, you may be eligible compensation. Were you or a loved one leered at, propositioned, or nauseated by the smell of seared bluegill wafting through the peephole drilled in your wall?
Oh.
You may be entitled to payout. Do you fear you are being whacked to? You probably were, thus entitling you to cash monies. Doug, that's from Tutty Cicero.
Tutty Cicero. He's new.
He's going to get a win, though.
And finally, did you know they call my boy hole the transfer portal? When straight men enter it, they almost always end up switching teams. Even just as little as a pinky going in can make a man question his commitments. I even have a tattoo on my cheek that says transfer portal with an arrow pointing down my canal. This had my doctor intrigued when giving me my flu shot last night. He ended up not entering, but did go as far as dropping his trowel. I think he got spooked when someone knocked on the dressing room door. Anyway, got a scoot. That's from Doug's microphone shadow.
Doug's microphone shadow.
That's way for the design air heating.
Well,
hey, show me what you
I think it's between Tutty Cicero and Buck Swope. Mr. Swope pens a nice email from time to time, and I think this was one of them. And I think I'll vote for a fella called Buck Swope.
Petty Cicero.
Congratulations to Buck Swope.
You did that just because I said I'll never vote for him.
I thought it was the best.
Oh, my God.
It was a
It was all
fine-
lies.
It was a nice email.
Well, now he can boast on that. We have one email once. I'm going to
Why does he sound like Ned Reynolds?
I'm going to do a Swope's pick on this.
That's Johnny.
Coming up next.
Coming up next, Jackson and I will be held accountable for the Blues not scoring goals last night
Sorry,
in
Tony,
Manitoba.
you got screwed.
Yeah.
What's coming up on Pepper and Genie?
We don't know yet.
Coming up, though.
Pizza.
It ain't coming up.
Yeah, you guys got pizza.
I don't.
You're not going to have any.
We're not going to rehash.
I'm going to save some for the staff. I put it in the kitchen.
The staff.
It's going to be a small box with a few pieces eaten.
Yeah,
It's
we'll,
like
come up with something.
All fingered around.
We'll come up with something to talk about.
That's coming up next. It's time for Jackson and I to deal with it down the hallway on 101 ESPN. You can text in 65780, leave a mic drop via the 101 ESPN app. Send your questions in and erotic stories for QFTA. T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for Beverly Kemp, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn, and Tim McKernan. This has been Ryan Kelly, morning after from the Michelob Ultra Studios, closing out our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour.